Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
I am. I there's something I cannot say today. So make sure I don't say what I cannot say today. Whatever I do today,
Sure.
I cannot say something. So I won't be saying it today.
What if Dub says it?
I'll be honest with you. I just told you guys what it was. So if Dub says it,
I could say it too. All right, we'll do our best.
All right. Thank you very much. Hey, are you getting that notification in the right of your screen, Pete?
Nope.
Okay, sweet. I don't know what to do. I'll take a shot of it and show it to you. All right. Hey, cool. What's going on, everybody? Today we are having a great day. Thank God the Acolyte is over. I get to do less content, which I'm always good for. So next week will be a little better. I think we're going to have a great Star Wars show, but we have also got a tax show. And on the tax show, I'm going to slow down a little bit because I have something on mind and I don't want to spoil it. We also have got Gem City coming up. So with Gem City, we're going to go over, like we do with most of our, just like we do with the other cons that we've been to, we're going to do a little bit of a hunt list. So on the old under the radar, we're just going to turn a portion of that into what books we're hunting down there in Dayton, because I'm going down for a couple days to Gem City. Those people that aren't familiar with the con, it's a dealer con. Like it's not even a dealer con. I would say it's a promoter's con. Like you go there and a lot of the promoters on this side of the country show up. The East Coast promoters show up, from the South they show up, and then like from the Midwest they show up. So we get to, it's pretty much debauchery for a couple of days with promoters, which is funny. It really is fun. It's a good time. You would think maybe not so much, but it really is. So we'll get maybe into that a little bit later. Especially under the radar.
Times Ohio, they don't really equate to me.
Yeah, me neither. Like I don't, but like I'm going with B Smith. So we're gonna try to stay away from the meth yards.
Good luck with that.
That's a good plan.
Again, Ohio. Yeah. There's a marbled background, Pete. Is that a
oh yeah, that's our key decisions background. Oh,
yeah, the chat's kind of
GTG Comics. Hi, what's up?
Or not.
All right, AOA, are you going to Baltimore? I can't say anything about Baltimore because that's what I'm not supposed to be talking about. But if I were to say something, I would. If you haven't signed up for your hotels, flights, or travel, I would do so probably in the next 12 hours. Yeah, I'd do that. All right, AOA.
Pay for an extra bag.
What's that now?
Pay for an extra bag.
Yeah. Well, speaking of B. Smith. He'll be if I bring anything to Baltimore, he'll be taking it back for me, driving, not flying. I don't fly.
I know. I'm driving too.
Yeah. I don't fly. But I will be flying first class as usual. AOA, foul dub. AOA, Tales from the Podcast. Follow me for whatever I do. Hey, I just sold. If you followed it, I just sold the 2 cards, that Crate Dragon Hyperfoil that I got. I sold that for $100 today, and I sold a showcase that I got a couple weeks ago from a $5 pack. I sold that for a couple $100. So there you go. Yeah. Nice day today. That's enough for Strip Club. All right, Sub Pete and Toy Informer, definitely do that. He's really trying to build it up. Maybe we'll give a little bit of previews here on this show of some of the Toy Informer stuff. Get you guys all caught up on what's going over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to let members to get a sneak peek if I can get it done early. I'll let them check it out.
Nice.
There you go. Yo. I haven't watched it. Actually, I watched, you know what I watched this week? We're going to have as part of the game. I, for the first time, watched the Wednesday watch list here on Rennavision. Pretty good stuff. It was some pretty good stuff. It's all right. It's a good show.
Sitting by myself for an hour just talking.
I don't know if that was the best part. I kind of muted that part and just looked at the books you were going over. And then I saw some of it. I got confused because some of it said like read or regular cover. And one, I don't get all that. But
segments. I put a segment out the books. These are books I want to read. These are books that are variants. These are this.
Which by the way, it said books I want to read, and I'm like, why are we grinding teeth to pick books each week when like we could just have it there and I'll throw 1 or 2 extra in?
Because every time I put books in for us to read, you were like, why are we reading this? What did you pick this for?
It's crap. It's crap. It's crap. It's crap. All right. Ed, what's going on? Hey, nerds.
Yeah, that's
hey.
true. You normally just blame Pete when you don't like the book. So, yeah.
Well, that's because he puts it in there. I learned Pennsylvania stole a Legend Jim's body from Oklahoma. Pete should be ashamed.
Well, I'm not from Pennsylvania, so I don't have to be ashamed of Pennsylvania. I'm across the river in Jersey. But I don't know what
the heck are you talking about, AOA? I think that gator gas is getting a little bit too much to your head. Sup, boys? Sup, Joe? Oh, thank God I didn't watch that wrestling thing. Hopefully we're not reviewing that.
Yes, we are.
Oh, hell
I watched it last night.
And they live. Welcome back, Marco. Oh, yeah. It didn't go really anywhere. Timothy! I don't think it was possible for Marco to do less.
You'd be surprised.
Do less. Yeah. Do less.
I do less.
Too much. It's too much. Do less.
Too much. Yeah. Sticks.
Yeah,
hey, it's either 0 or 11. That's it on me. I do nothing or go 11. There we go. All right. Backroom promoter. No. Like show promoters. Like a lot of the guys that run shows. If you're from the East Coast and the Midwest, if you've been to any, like not the like corporate shows, mind you, but a lot of like. Actually, you know who doesn't? Our friend from here, the one that you used to work for, does not go to this. He used to every once in a while, but he doesn't go to this. But like a lot of the people that run, like, I'm not going to name the cons because I don't want to name the promoters, but a lot of promoters go to this thing, like that do cons that you probably have been to if you're on the East Coast, if you've been down in South Carolina, if you've been down in a couple from the Florida region, Alabama, Maryland, New York, Pennsylvania, some of Michigan, a couple from Michigan. You know, those shows, you know what I mean? Not SCCC, you know, not like that, or like what's the Red Pop or whatever, not something like that. Yeah. They used to hold a barbecue out back of the con and just bring in coolers and they would cook for us and shit and
shit for you?
No, they cook for us and shit. I don't know what's happening because they're like, hey, they're like, Marco's here, and they would just put bottles of bourbon because I don't drink beer really. So they'd put bottles of bourbon in front of me just to see how much I could drink. Because you gotta remember we were young, like, you know, it's me, B. Smith, like B. Smith's my age. Like we've been doing it for years. We did pre-pandemic. I don't think Sean, I might have gone down there, but he's our age too. So like
yeah, I gotta do beer when we do this show. Otherwise, if I was drinking bourbon while we're doing this would go off the rails before we're done the news.
Yeah, but they, I think the age difference is like 30 years. So like, you know, I mean, like, yeah, we're the young guys, or not so much anymore though. But we were the young guys for a long time. Hello, everyone. Hello.
They were the young bucks.
Dude, his wife is got it out for me last night. I don't know if you guys watched the recap. A bunch of you did. Thank you for watching last night, the last Tuesday night review of the Acolyte show. The spoilers in there, but his wife was giving me all types of crap last night, and then Dub jumped on too, like he had an opinion or something. Timothy, you'll be at Baltimore. Good to see you, Timothy. Good. We'll see you.
It's not my fault when you say things that get you put in not in good situations. You know, you say the dumb things and then you have to deal with the repercussions.
Hold on. I actually have, can we clarify? I know we're not supposed to be burning time here, and we're not because we're saying stuff to people, but like, can I clarify what it was for two things I'd like to clarify. First off,
well, I don't know what you said yet because I didn't get to watch it.
I forget the lady who has terrible glasses, but I have been nothing but defending on how much Star Wars knowledge she has and how I enjoyed the direction in which she took the show. And because she wears terrible glasses, which is not a opinion, it's a fact. Dub thinks you throw all the good stuff I've ever said out about somebody, and I'm hating.
I simply said that you have made sure to comment on her terrible glasses like every time. This point.
Two things. No, people were saying bad things about it. I said, hey, you probably shouldn't do that. And you said, you're always shitting on her. And I said, well, no, I'm not. Number two, would you rather me go the chick, which I don't think you're supposed to say anymore, or the lady with bad glasses. Because to be honest with you, I don't know if her name's Hadley or Hadley or whatever it is, but I always get it wrong. So instead of mispronouncing her name,
even if you knew the name, you would get it wrong.
Probably yes. So, but instead, because she notorious. That's like saying Harry Carey has got terrible glasses. Like he looks like he does. He got the eyebrows and the glasses. So I'm telling you, that's not a bad thing. Her trademark is ugly ass glasses. How's that a bad thing? Number two,
any of that.
Number two, that one dude's wife who only gets jobs because she's only in his movies. I don't know how that is a misstatement either. Is it Tim Burton's wife? Is that who I thought?
It was Tim Burton's wife. I believe they were married previously. He's talking about Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah,
he called her Helen Bohemian and said she was trash.
She's a trash actress who only got jobs because of her husband.
That's not true.
That is. She was only in his movie.
Factual statement.
No. He did not do Fight Club. He did not do any of the Harry Potter movies. And
I didn't even know the Harry Potter.
A bunch of other things.
Was it Johnny Depp in the Harry Potter movies or something?
He was in later Harry Potter.
He was in one of the spin-off movies.
I think there's a connection there. You probably a lot of nepotism.
There is no connection there. She's just
nepotism.
British and in a lot of British films. Apart from what we're talking about here, we got to get into all these, Jane Austen type movies too that she did way back.
Wayseeker tried to height shame. I don't. Well, thanks, BK. You didn't defend anybody. Get out of here.
Well, if you did, I appreciate it.
Hey, Canadian survivalist, what's going on? I wonder what that's like. You gotta watch out, duck all the poutine. Lord! Hey all. Yeah, I know. Hey, wait.
The abyss.
Got that gator still trapped out there, huh? All right, well, let's get into it.
Oh, yeah.
Let me run the thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's time, guys. We've been BSing already for 12 minutes.
Yeah, well, I didn't start it.
Hi, everybody. Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question. This guy for sure. Yeah, hold on. Well, what I mean by hold on is get on deck what you need to get on deck. I'm giving time.
It is. I was about to click it.
Okay. This guy, for all the crap he always talks, refuses and is absolutely scared to come down to Baltimore to see us. And it's literally a 4-minute. I actually messaged his mom and got the okay. She said, yeah, for sure. She said, as long as she watches out of her, as long as you watch over my little son, my little baby boy. I said, yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, come on, BK. You can come. We'll show you our secret drinking spot.
Yeah. With Rat City, with all the rats, the carpenter rats.
Rat City.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. All right. But yeah, I mean, I said it.
He just right next to the death metal pasta plate.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can't wait. Let's go.
Gonna be a good time.
I hope they treated those rats. I actually have a very big fear. You would know this, Pete, but I do have a very big fear of rats. Yeah. Well, the bubonic plague, actually, but like,
I'm not a fan.
The bubonic plague is back.
As long as they're over there, I'm fine.
But that's not how it is. Like, it's a carpet of them. A carpet. It looks like a movie carpet
on the street. It wasn't a carpet that I saw. It was just a.
Oh, you weren't there the year before when it was a carpet.
No, you told me about the carpet, but I didn't see the carpet,
bro. Shit was a carpet.
That might have been a little bit of a different situation.
BK, it don't reprimand anything. I'm sorry, dude. Your mom said you could go. You just at this point, it's on you.
All right, let's talk about some news. Something that just kind of happened very recently is this is based on a report. To talk about,
right? Okay, good.
The Russo brothers are in talks with Marvel. I mean, according to Hollywood Reporter, the Joe and Anthony are in early talks to direct both new Avengers movies. So Avengers 5 and 6. So Bob Iger's back since they left, and lots of things have changed.
Yeah, they got to do other stuff. They got to do other stuff that they wanted to do. Now it's been a few years. Yeah, come on back.
Yep. So this could be a thing. This could be what Marvel fans maybe have wanted to hear. So it's it's being reported in a few different places. I think Hollywood Reporter were the first ones. So this could be a really, I mean, if you liked
I hope so, Cherokee.
the last couple Marvel movies or Avengers movies, then you're going to be in for a treat. You're happy about this, Pete? If this happens,
Yeah, I think they handled the large cast well. I think the movies don't have like really rough dragging spots or anything like that. I think they do well with pacing and the action. So I think they know what they're doing. So let them do these big budget films.
Yeah, I think they could combine the last two into.
It's always a risk when they go with like a younger. Hey, it's a up and coming director. They did this, small budget film. Now you give them a huge budget, and all of a sudden they don't know how to.
Well, what do you think it should be like a feeder program? Like, hey, you get to do, I don't know.
They were trying to do that. They were trying to do like, hey, you do Shang-Chi, and then that dude had it for a minute, and then he dropped.
Yeah, but the Russos were already out by that point. They were.
Well, yeah, because they wanted to go and do they had their Netflix deal. So they were.
But I think why don't you just they're trying it with Dave over at Star Wars. I think it kind of screwed it up. But give them this hey, we're gonna do the overarching arc of whatever the mega event is, correct? We're gonna do Annihilation, which is sweet. And then they get to sit in on the pitches for the other. Oh, well, we want to bring in Quasar. Okay, well, this is a director we recommend. Let's hear. They get to go through the interview process. I think that's what should happen to kind of. I mean, they did good with. Was the one guy that does Black Panther? Is that what Tiki? Is that the guy's name?
No.
He did Ryan Coogler.
Huh? Coogler did Black Panther movies.
You're thinking of, he did a good job on those fucking things. That first Black Panther movie, I know it might not look that impressive nowadays, but for the era,
oh, it's great.
Those fight scenes shit was fucking
movie.
unbelievable.
Yeah. I think it holds up. I can still watch that one.
Oh no, I know, but it's not blow your socks back. But I remember in the theater going holy shit, man. And then I went and watched it. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't pay for watch it again, but you know what I mean. So then I just watched it again because I really like the casino.
Yeah, because you had your clipboard.
Yeah, had to go.
I liked how they started with Civil War, right? I believe that was their first Captain America Civil War.
Yeah, I think so.
And
that movie was okay.
It was okay. It definitely left some.
Oh no! They Winter Soldier.
Oh, Winter Soldier. Okay. Oh, that movie was fantastic.
Winter Soldier was good. Yeah.
Yeah, Winter Soldier was great, and then Civil War needed better action. The action scenes were not so good in Civil War. The fight scenes were they were okay, but they needed a little better fight choreography. They definitely improved that going into the Infinity War and Endgame movies. They did a really good job of learning and improving. So I think
Civil War, I think they had a tough job of. It was like a different rival wrestling companies trying to book a match. It's well, we don't want our dude to look bad, so it's how do you book this fight?
Yeah,
anybody looking bad because it's our heroes against our heroes.
Yeah, it was tough to do. I mean, and it was so many moving pieces, and
much Avengers 2.5, right? That's what that movie was because it was right in between the Avengers. Had so many characters.
I think they missed a couple of the emotional marks of the story of Civil War.
Yeah, because it was wedged in with the Cap 3 too, so you had the
that part of the story as well.
I think it was a little bit too much packed in.
Yeah,
but I still really liked it.
Yeah, it was still good, man. It was still good.
Yeah. So and obviously the last two Avengers movies were great. So
I will tell you, I will tell you this. I really think if they give them Annihilation,
I hope you're doing well too, sir.
If they give them Annihilation, which would be an honestly an easy step up from where they're at currently.
I think they're doing Annihilation.
I know, but I'm saying
I know I want it too. But
if fans and butts, candies and nuts. But these guys would if you're hey, Marco, who would the Russo? I think some of the other stuff might not work well for them, but I think that would be right up their alley to do an Annihilation style movie. So there we go.
All right. Well, let's talk about the current box office.
Can't wait.
This could be real quick here. Any guesses? Marco, what's the #1 movie in America?
These.
Well, close.
These nuts.
Oh!
Depart. Yeah, my kids want to watch this.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. Second week in a row. It's the #1 movie. The #2 movie is a movie called Long Legs. I believe it's a horror movie. Inside Out 2 has dropped to number 3.
Yeah, still 20 million though.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, what is that, week 5 or 6 now? So it's crazy.
Yeah,
Quiet Place is hanging in there.
Mm.
And then Fly Me to the Moon. It's traveling to outer space movie. So actually,
yeah, it's like a NASA, like a NASA flick.
Type, yeah.
I don't want to sing the song.
Yeah, right, exactly. So the Despicable Me franchise, which includes the Minions movies, that's crossed $5 billion in global ticket sales. Like the first time an animated movie of any kind has done that, which is just ridiculous. I mean, they've had a bunch of movies to do it, and now I think the next Minions movie is in the works. It's number 3 or 4 or something. So they just keep cranking out those movies.
Have there been 2 Minion movies? Just the Minions, like the spin-off.
Yeah, I think at least 2.
Okay.
At least 2, yeah.
I think that's it. They're funny. I like them.
Yeah, I've never really watched any of those movies, but they do well.
Yeah, they're not
for
bad.
The children. Yeah. All right, moving on to the big news that happened this last week, I believe. The trailer for Captain America: Brave New World. This trailer came out and it was teased one day, and then it took like a while, then it popped up. I think it was debuted at an award show or something in the evening, and then it was all over the internet.
Yeah, it was like Friday morning because that's we were able to catch the Red Hulk.
Yeah,
Red Hulk
it was Friday morning,
on Friday morning.
Yeah. So we saw Sam Wilson, we saw General Ross, Isaiah Bradley, Joaquin Torres, and like a whole bunch
of mustache.
People. What's that?
He has shaved mustache.
Yeah, he's had.
It explains the different actor. He looks different.
It's described as a political thriller, kind of like the previously mentioned Winter Soldier movie. So, I mean, you saw people getting shot. You saw like military folk out you saw like the White House. You saw like so many different things.
Yeah, they had that vibe, like that episode of 24 type of vibe got it going on.
Right, exactly. So any thoughts? Like there's some other characters that we could see in this movie. For example, pretty sure we're gonna see Sharon Carter. I'm guessing. If you watch Falcon Winter Soldier, we should see her. What about She-Hulk? You think we'll see her?
Maybe.
What I think is I don't think we should have saw the Red Hulk yet.
Right.
I think it's a little early. I think they shot that shot a little early. I don't think they needed to show more than like a finger or so. You know what I mean? Like just really maybe a hand or something.
Yep. And then there's possibilities of like the regular Hulk or Bruce Banner, and then Abomination maybe. Like
$2.50 more. $2.50 more.
But it looked good. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like you said, it's a little early. Maybe it got leaked. Maybe something happened, and that's why they decided to put it out. I don't know. I would think this would be more of a San Diego announcement or
I don't think
Deadpool announcement, something like that.
I know they're saying that, but I don't think. I think they kind of are saying the strategy with San Diego. Why give San Diego that where they're not getting as much back from San Diego? You know what I mean? Like,
what's the same day as like Deadpool's coming out that Thursday or Friday?
Absolutely.
And so the opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But like, I just don't think that it's going to be like, everybody's like, oh, San Diego, big announcement. I think we all remember G4, but like, I don't think they care that much about San Diego.
Yeah, I know they're going back and they haven't been there in a while. But I'm not expecting.
I don't think they're going to do much there because I think it's going to be like, hey, man, we already know the people are going to be there. It's already overcrowded. We haven't been there in a couple of years, and it still goes on without us having to give this, where we can make more advertising dollars off of, getting the stuff.
Well, it's not even the advertising dollars. They'll get more attention by getting the spotlight in the beginning of July than they will facing all the competition of all the other announcements and all the other companies at San Diego. They get to grab.
I think it's also like a we're back on track kind of. Presentation. Like we made some mistakes, we messed up. We're getting back to where we're supposed to be, and here's how we're going to do it.
But Tim, like any of those rooms can be big because like in San Diego, Like, it doesn't matter. You could fart in a room.
And again, being big compared to the last couple of years is not very much. They haven't done anything in at least like 5 years. Like anything. When was the last big Hall H from San Diego?
Yeah, it's been a little while.
We talking about the start of Disney Plus? Like, how long ago was this? So anything they do,
dude, that would be funny if they had the Nerd Olympics going on. Dude, that'd be awesome.
All right, let's talk about in other Captain America news. We saw this man in the trailer, and he was at a con this last week. I believe it was in Memphis, and he was on a panel or had an interview or something, and he said, "You don't know who he's playing. Nobody's guessed it correctly."
Yeah.
So, I've seen some guesses. Like the GW Bridge was like a big one that was going around, and there's been some other names, but he says he doesn't. He says no one's.
Topher just did an article on this because I helped him out with a couple other options we were talking about in our chat, and he's like, "Yeah, what do we got?" Let me just start throwing.
He's gonna play Baron Zemo.
We already has a Baron Zemo.
He's gonna play a new one. His dad.
We already got our dancing Zemo.
Nope, he's gonna play a new one. They had a General Ross. They got a new one of those too.
That's because the actor passed away.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
Baron Zemo actor will probably be.
Are they bringing out the leader? Is the leader going to be there?
Yeah,
the leader is supposed to be in this movie.
Who is it?
The same guy who was in the Hulk movie.
Same guy that was in the Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible.
They're bringing like Liv Tyler back from that movie. There's a few different people coming back from that movie. So
he
might be. Yeah, he might just be lying. Who knows?
But what was maybe the leader, the dude with the hat in the trailer? The shadowy figure.
Yeah, we only saw his back.
I'm assuming that was the leader. I couldn't.
These are all guys that I think have been brought out already, though. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I threw out like Paladin and Maverick.
Yeah, Paladin maybe.
And then
He's
Jack.
too old for Maverick.
Our buddy Jack, who's got to come back. He threw out some dude that's in the recent Hulk run. Can't remember his name. It kind of became the new Abomination.
Gotcha. Yeah, he would seem like he had guns when you saw him in the trailer.
The High Evolutionary?
He was in Guardians 3.
Yeah, Guardians.
Yeah, who's playing? Yeah, maybe they'll give him a new one. I don't know.
No, why do you keep thinking you gotta get recast? They don't need to recast. There's a whole.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They need to recast.
Apart from why would the High Evolutionary?
Who's playing Mephisto? Who's playing Mephisto?
Rumor is Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they need to recast that too. He could play that guy.
He hasn't even done anything yet.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What would Mephisto be doing? Just firing a machine gun?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hey, apparently you didn't watch our show last night. It doesn't matter
because I didn't watch the show, and I don't want to get spoiled.
Do whatever.
I didn't watch Acolyte till today. I had to wait till today.
All
right. Let's move on. In other Marvel news, so I know this has been brought up before. It's been talked about, but now it's actually on TV. Like there's a TV ad with this character walking towards the screen. This is all you see of this character. So it's a Deadpool variant. It's we've heard of Lady Deadpool, but now it's in mainstream news and media now that it could be his wife, could be Blake Lively or Ms. Tay herself. So it's been going nuts in actual regular news as well. So I'm going to go with what Marco said previously, that I think it's Ryan Reynolds in a wig. That he's trolling us.
That does look like a
no. I think it's his wife.
Fake hair. It does.
Yeah, it could be his wife. Yeah.
That would make the most sense. Is Tay his dog or something?
No, Ms. Swift, Taylor Swift.
Oh, I don't think so.
It's Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
No,
she is
back in the same heat as Dolly.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton's still alive?
She is.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Good for her.
Yeah. Still performing. I believe we had this conversation a few weeks ago that
go check out Dollywood. Bring your kids.
I don't know if Dollywood's still going, but
all right. In other Deadpool news,
please,
you can enter to win a limited edition Xbox controller. From what I understand, there's only one of these that you have to enter a contest through Xbox, and then to win this controller. There's going to be like an Xbox skinned or Deadpool skinned Xbox.
They're missing out here. Remember the attachment for the pizza smeller?
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
They should have done the gas smeller on this. Where the two.
No, we don't need that. That's unnecessary.
That'd be hilarious.
Only if it comes with the sound clip of hashtag drive-by.
Phil. Hi, Phil.
Anyway, so if you are interested in this Deadpool controller and you'd like the chance to win it, head over to xbox.com and get all the details there.
Yay.
Try to imagine how it would feel in your hands. I think the cheeks might get in the way.
I don't think you want to do that.
So Michael Mann, who made the movie Heat like 20 some years ago, is making a second Heat movie.
Hey, you
look at that.
I love Heat.
You cut somebody out of this picture.
I don't want a sequel.
I didn't cut it. This was the picture.
Well, then somebody cut it out of there. What's his name? The drug addict dude.
Much room. I only had so much room. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, John Voight, Val Kilmer, Tom Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, he's like fourth.
Sizemore doesn't get like featured prominence on the poster.
I thought he did on this poster because it's there in that scene where they're doing the shootout. I mean,
I just thought Michael Mann was Robert Englund for a second. I was like, Freddy Krueger's directing the movie.
Wait, they killed everybody, didn't they?
Well, no. Well, Chris got away.
Spoiler alert.
It was like 93, bro. What the fuck?
Only 30 years ago.
Okay.
Well, I legit, spoiler. Instead of studying for a final, I legit filmed on an old VHS cassette recorder, me and my buddy bullshitting around doing the diner or the scene with De Niro and Pacino in our common room because we just didn't want to study. We're like, fuck it, let's just get the camera out. We'll just do the scene.
Do my thing. It was good.
So Michael Mann says that he'd like to start shooting between the end of 2024, 2025. And as far as casting goes, he says he has already been in talks with some people, but did not want to divulge that information.
He can't bring any of these guys back for it.
Probably not.
First off, a bunch of the dudes are dead.
He doesn't have to bring him back. All you need to do is recast Val Kilmer's kid.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about recast. There's the recasting right here.
Yeah, because then remember in the movie, it's Dominic. You got Dominic. You just got to cast Dominic now as an adult. Watch, it's going to be the Twister dude. Glenn Powell or whatever. It's going to be the guy from Twister.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch a Heat 2.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need this. I don't want a Heat 2.
I don't know who's asking this.
I think
why is because
he wrote the book.
Why is the Prince of Wales fucking?
I mean, Joe, it's a prequel. You don't need a prequel. We had Thief. Just go watch Jimmy Caan and Thief. That's our prequel to Heat.
Why is there a picture of the Prince of Wales here?
What Prince of Wales?
Dude on the left.
That's Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger's a horror dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Have you looked at Freddy Krueger?
Kind of looks like Robert Englund to me for a second. Yeah. It's the eyes. It's just in the eyes.
I don't know why you're looking at other dude's eyes, Pete, but thanks for that. All right, what's next?
Picture.
So the Rick and Morty, the anime, is having a Rickmobile tour coming to a town possibly near you. There's a list of the places. So if you live in Denver, if you live in Nevada, Utah, Kentucky, you can go see this Rickmobile bus. And to get some of these in the middle, there's a picture of some random swag that you could get. I see a hat. I see some little figurines, a T-shirt, and a poster. So
this seems
if you're, I'm sorry.
This just seems unnecessary.
Yeah. Well, they're starting in San Diego.
That's all you need. Bring Szechuan sauce back, and you'll get all the hype you need.
All of that and more. Yeah. But it's for the anime specifically. So they're starting in San Diego next weekend, and then it's going to start making its way around.
What's the difference between the anime and the animated?
It's done by like different directors, and it has a different style of
I'm not a fan of the anime. Just give me the regular show. I don't need
it's completely
need variant versions of this.
Right.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Marvel.
Oh, did you put Eric's comment up already? Because like that's not a high bar to pass. Like
I never saw Coming into America 2.
I tried. I'm still trying to get myself psyched up to watch Axel.
Actually, if you put something in the reviews today, I tried on that. It didn't go well.
I didn't. My wife and I didn't sit down and watch Axel F. If that's what you're thinking.
No,
something else.
No, Axel F was actually good.
We just didn't have time to sit down to watch it.
All right, so this is
Yes.
the Emmys got announced. Emmy
Yeah.
nominations got announced, and Shogun
As it should.
led everyone with 25 nominations. The Bear got 23. Only Murders in the Building.
I don't know
got
what
21.
I don't know what the nominations for. I don't know what an Emmy is, but I tell you this: if Shogun doesn't win it all, burn that bitch down.
I'll tell you, I was disappointed. The Shogun didn't get any Kids' Choice Awards at Nickelodeon show this past weekend.
No, I didn't even know Nickelodeon's still around. Fuck.
Was it nominated?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nickelodeon shouldn't even
Nickelodeon's in flux because it's part of the whole Paramount deal that we talk about every week.
Yeah, who cared? Nobody. What's Nickelodeon?
Well, it's still around.
No, it
Yeah.
isn't.
They still do
Yes,
things.
it
Where's
is.
Dare? Where's Double Dare? Where's Mark Summers and Double Dare? Not around. Where's the slime that they slime? What was that show with all the kids?
I think they
How
still
old do
slime
you think
people.
Mark Summers is? Do you think he still wants to work? He doesn't have to do
Pat
it.
Sajak worked till he was 115.
Yeah, but Pat
Now he's going
Sajak
back
had
to
to.
another
Mark
series.
Summers moved on to the Food Network and did Unwrapped.
Mark
and
Sajak didn't have to.
He's fine.
Pat Sajak got more money than God.
Then why is he doing it?
He
Because
likes to be on
some
TV
people
with
just like to
Vanna?
work, bro.
Nickelodeon was over for me when they stopped showing The Adventures of Pete and Pete. I was done with Nickelodeon after that.
I don't know what that was, but
It was a great show. I'm not surprised you don't know what it is.
I don't know. I like the Bozo show though. We should bring that back. I'm killer throwing fucking balls
That show
in buckets.
sucked.
What?
All right. Peacock gave us a trailer for The Killer by John Woo. It went kind of this movie has been kind of bouncing around of who was going to remake it and what they were going to do, and at the end of the day, John Woo said, "I'm going to do it myself." So he's remaking his own movie.
Why?
I don't know. That I don't know, but that's what he's doing.
Doesn't it sound like
he didn't
something
want
that's
somebody else to do it?
don't you
No,
think
there's
this-
nobody do it because you can't.
Well, I think it was going to be done, and then so he decided instead of letting somebody else do it, he's going to do it.
Like,
It sounds like
can
a
we at least
Snyder
suspend the idea that like The Killer was like a great story or anything like that? It's
Right.
just a well done film that was done by an up and coming director at the time and an awesome Chow Yun Fat, which you don't have either of which. Well, I guess you still got John Woo, so we're gonna get our dove scenes in here, but outside of that, we don't need this.
Yeah, aren't
Nope.
these guys all still alive?
Chow Yun Fat is alive. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't want to see him doing The
I don't
Killer.
wanna
The
see him
Killer
do
dude.
that.
I'm saying no. I'm saying if they're still alive, why are we remaking this? Shouldn't you be like dead at this point?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you're saying they should be dead before we remake? Well,
Yeah, like somebody somewhere should be dead. I don't think.
I know, but realistically, we are like
John
30
Woo's
years
career's
out.
kinda dead.
So,
I mean, they remade Batman and Michael Keaton's still alive. I mean, that's not what.
yeah.
That doesn't matter.
That was a different version of Batman. Not maybe.
The Killer was like early 90s.
Well, this is a different version of The
been a
Killer
long
because it's going to star Natalie Emmanuel, who you may remember from who plays Missandei in Game of Thrones. She was Daenerys's number one for a little while.
Yeah, okay.
Remember her? Yeah.
Wasn't she in Fast and the Furious too? Or Fast and the Furious as well?
as well.
I can't tell
Like
you.
the
because
later
I never
movies. It's like
saw
a,
any
like a
Fast and
computer.
Furious.
Nobody
something or
watches
other,
that
and
besides
I've
you.
never seen a
Tyrese
Fast and Furious
and
movie.
Ludacris were like.
She may have been. I mean, she's been doing other stuff for sure.
Ludacris. Ludacris.
Okay. We also got a trailer from Netflix for the Terminator Zero show, and this is an anime. It's like an anime version of Terminator.
I'll
Again,
give it
with
a
the
try.
anime. It looked good. The trailer looked good. The animation looked good. It's gonna follow some characters we haven't yet met in the Terminator world. But
What
Are you
airs is
Sarah
this?
Connor?
it takes
Oh.
place in 2022,
So that's right. That's the
right
first time-
after.
That's where
Yeah,
Sent Arnold. Nice.
right after Arnold, or right after the T1000. I think it's right after that.
It's after the
After-
T1000 or it's before the T1000?
I thought I
Is it-
thought I read it
was
was
it
after,
2000?
but maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe it's
I would like to see.
2000 was
I'll be
Robert
honest.
Patrick.
I would like
Yeah.
to see previous to the Terminator. in
You want to see
animated
prior
form.
to Arnold? Arnold was the
Arnold,
800.
Yeah, 800 in a animated form, because I think you could get a good couple seasons out of that. It'd be kind of cool.
Well, this is 8 episodes, and it's all dropping on August 29th on Netflix.
So wait, who's this? What Terminator are we looking at now? Is that supposed to be the 800?
I don't know. I wasn't able to tell.
It could be just a minor tweak.
And I tried not to. I didn't read do any deep dives into what it
okay.
was. I kind of just went over a little bit. I actually want to watch this. So,
2, more like 2.
so Kevin Conroy's final Batman scene was recorded a while back. It is in a movie called Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. And it's the final face-off between the Batman, Kevin Conroy's Batman, and Mark Hamill's Joker. People are saying it's a pretty fantastic, send-off for the two of them.
Oh, you mean the people who made it are saying that it's great? Well, that's
I
cool.
don't think it was people that made it because it's available now on digital. So it's been out for a little while, and so
I lose track of
Jeez.
I haven't watched this yet, but I definitely will because if this is representative of what's in it, it sounds fine to me.
Yeah, I'll watch the scene.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
that sounds good.
Like I could focus in on just the
Yeah,
scene.
YouTube.
Just a little bit. FX. The new Alien show is actually called Alien Earth. It has wrapped filming. And basically it's their FX is really paying attention to the show. They want it to be kind of a big deal. So they're really so the owner, I don't know if he's the owner, CEO, whatever, president of FX, John Landgraf, did a little interview, and he wants like more than one season. And he wants the Noah Hawley, I believe, is the director, to do the showrunner, and he wants him to do 2 seasons before he goes back to Fargo.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's Fargo and Legion.
Yeah.
Isn't that the thing though that we've always said is like people always want more? We just said that last night about.
Yeah, I want that. I don't know if I really wanted it on Earth, but I wanted more Alien.
Yeah, and FX has proved themselves to do after Shogun. I'm willing.
Shogun.
I mean, I know there've been plenty of other stuff, but after Shogun, FX is allowed to do
good. So it's like Justified. I mean, they have a good show. They have one good show like every 3 years. So,
well, I hope this is the one then. All right, let's move on and talk about some comic news. So there's this guy named Derek Kolstad. You may remember him from such movies as John Wick.
Oh yeah,
he did that. So now he is writing a book, comic called Planet Death. It's a space invasion type story, and it will be coming out from Bad Idea, and they're going to talk about it a whole bunch and have probably previews at San Diego.
Well, there you go.
Pretty sweet.
Where's that getting? Where? Oh, Bad Idea.
Bad Idea is doing it.
Oh, is that the thing Dinesh was talking with the guy? Yeah.
I'll give Bad Idea this. They definitely go for the detailed art. The detailed artists work on their project.
I think that's the inner panel on that spaceship, and that is just. It looks like a pistol. With so much.
I mean, a certain guy who may
looks
have
like a life-hold weapon.
May have a big part of dealing with Bad Idea. Really loves the Valiant art error, and that's not a lie. So I think big weapons, lots of detail in the weapons and guns is kind of a thing.
Oh, I did find my little book when I was cleaning up in here. The little book I got from
the mini book.
Yeah, the mini book.
Well, after the news tomorrow, I think they're going to be coming back. So
nice.
Hey, we'll say hi to the boys.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And then today, if you went to your LCS, there was a new magazine. It was called Zdarsky Comic News. It was like a little preview issue, and it's Chip Zdarsky did it, and it was given free today. It was like a preview thing, and the next issue is actually available to order, and it's going to have like articles. It's going to have advertisements. He's selling advertisements for future things.
Wizard's back. Is he wizarding this up?
It seems like it. I'm really curious as to what this is. I would like to check this out. But there's 50,000 copies out there at least. I think it was sent out to shops that get books through Diamond.
Yeah.
And it was given to them for free, as far as I know.
Well, hopefully somebody asked Stegman why his art on X-Men 1 was so inconsistent throughout it.
Oh my God. Maybe he farmed it out. But you can order issue 2 with Stegman on there. That's the second issue, the Stegman one. So you can order that one probably now. Marvel is going to give us a new Iron Man series.
Oh boy.
all of you Iron Man fans, and it's
Can't
actually
wait not to read this.
It's a brutal version of Iron Man because I guess Iron Man's really angry.
Okay, dokie.
Yeah,
And something
coming this
makeshift.
October.
I don't know. I read something like makeshift armor or something too.
Makeshift. He's nuts.
So I'm guessing he falls on hard times.
It must be, yeah. I think he's warring with Roxxon, so it's something like that. You know, the Roxxon whole problem is happening. And the other side, DC is finally going to try something new. So they've created a whole new universe, and
no, they didn't.
Darkseid is a looming threat.
No, they didn't. They did this already.
I think that's sarcasm. I think Dub is trying to use this form of called sarcasm.
It was like, oh yeah, they're doing the Ultimate Universe. I was like, yeah, they did that already. Like, do we all forget that? Like, they already did their Ultimate Universe already.
And this new Ultimate villain.
They try to get people to buy it via trade and hardcovers, and it just how'd that work out? Earth One. Remember Earth One? You guys forget Earth One so quickly? It was only like 5 years ago.
Well, the DC, they're always original.
They were the first.
Were they?
And it's fine. I just don't. I don't see the point in like restarting Batman and Superman again.
Ugh.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what new spin are we gonna do after a multitude of Elseworld tales that we've gotten over the decades?
Decades. Every week we
What
get a new Elseworld
spin could
story.
you possibly have now?
I mean, why change it? Why not just do what you're doing with, like, keep adding characters? Do a Dead Man book for the thing when Constantine finally fishes a couple. Just go through
because Batman will sell. Put some tattoos on Wonder Woman. She's gonna sell. Superman.
But here, dude, if you take Santana, hold on. If you get Santana and you do those,
Carlos
the adult
Santana?
books, what?
Carlos
Santana?
Santana?
What's her name? The hooker in the
Zarte?
yeah, the hooker that does magic. If you do the hooker that does magic, you get a couple. Huh?
Wasn't that lady from the X-Men?
Yeah,
that's Stacey X.
Stacey X.
Stacey X.
Stacey X was a hooker in comics for real. She worked at the Bunny Ranch. Like, come on, bro. And I think she dealt ecstasy. Or did she leak?
Man, that Chuck Austin run was wild.
But what I'm saying is, like, do some variant covers with her on some of those books. You know what I mean? Then bring in a couple other members too. Do a little Swamp Thing. Well, I mean, they already did, but do another one. Do that kind of stuff over there, and then just keep pumping out the garbage trash that they're doing. I'll be honest with you. We're reviewing Nightwing, and like, at least it's different. You know?
I'm just going to quote our friend Dom Tober, and I will just say, just give us a good story. It doesn't matter. Just give us good stories.
Yeah,
that's it. Okay. So there's this thing called the Eisner Awards that happen every year at San Diego Comic-Con for the past number of years. Lunar Distribution is going to sponsor the Eisner Awards for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, they are going to be the main sponsor of this. I know there's always other, the Gentle Giant and My Comic Shop, and there's like a whole list of other sponsors. I didn't see Diamond on the list this year, and I see Lunar on the list this year. So,
well, remember what Giuseppe said. Just wait 2 years. Diamond's really going to reinvent itself and take it over.
Maybe they're going to have Darkseid as a villain and make all their characters.
3 years ago. Fucking, aren't you? I was at that summit. I'm not going to say anything else about that because I don't want to ruin something. But
all right, let's talk about some
under
the hat. Some second prints. Speaking of DC, here's Absolute Power. I think number 1, second printing. Wraparound cover will be out August 7th.
Wow, because this is needed for toilet paper.
Yep. I'm just going to keep moving.
Justice League has a boy band.
X-Men. Number 1, second printing.
Yeah, sure. Let's just do this too. Why not?
1 in 25 character with is this Magic?
Magic. Can you just go like, hey, Slap Boys? I mean, and actually, that's pretty young Magic too, so it's kind of creepy.
They've already released this cover.
I know. What was creepy when they did it the first time?
That looks like Buffalo Bill.
2 weeks ago.
There.
Well, I'm just still saying, like,
Was it even 2 weeks? It was last week. I think.
no, was it 2 weeks ago? No, it was
We
last
just
week.
reviewed it.
It was because it was terrible segment art. It was last week.
Yep.
Are you telling me you can't find a copy of X-Men 1?
No,
Do we really need a second print?
Haven't we talked? Oh, was I talking to somebody else about this? Not you guys? No, because it's like they know exactly with number ones how many they're going to reprint, and this is when it's going to hit.
Oh yeah. This is their plan. There's gonna be a third print too. Okay, so here's some pictures of Blood Hunt.
Oh yeah, sure.
Spider-Man Reigns 2 number 1, and the Blood Hunt, the Red Band one is new. They're doing Red Band second prints of 1 through 5. I didn't put all the pictures out there, and then that one with the Moon Knight on there is. Blood Hunt
in
4.
their defense, the Red Band stuff did well. In their defense, the Red Band stuff did
number 1 through 5 always are going to second print.
Yeah, so I mean, like you can't not. I mean, you can, but like, I mean,
yeah.
Fuck. Well, I mean, what the fuck? What do you want us to say about this shit?
I'm just telling you, it's coming.
What's the thing on the left?
That is Spider-Man Reigns 2 number 1. That's a Larry Lee 1 in 25 ratio variant.
I mean, you gotta be fucked in the head.
All right. Already the 1 in 25. Now they just take the trade dress off and make it a second print, version 1 in 25.
What? What is this, Frankie? 8.0, 9.0 needs press. Okay. Different show.
I think he's talking about his book that he found. Did you see that?
Oh, well, he found a book?
Yeah.
Oh,
Scooby Doo.
Ah,
nice work.
Nice. Good job.
That's a great find with the foot.
But it's 8 or 9, needs a press and a lot of love. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let's sell that.
All right. And here is Wolverine Deep Cut number 1, second printing.
Everything's a first of prints.
Kid Venom number 1, second printing. Has a JTC cover, negative space virgin. And then this is the Gerardo Sandoval 1 in 25 for the second print for Kid Venom. Another Spider-Man, a reverse Spider-Man homage.
Yeah.
And with
there's more crap I'm going to have to talk about in a couple of weeks.
Spider-Man 300 garbage. Yep.
I left the movie news thing up the whole time.
That's all right.
I just realized.
Let's go to take it or leave it. Take it or...
I need like a longer intro, so I got more time than 7 seconds. It's kind of tough getting everything all ready in that time.
Oh, yeah.
I have an idea for that.
7 seconds, you're on.
You want to have a let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
All right. Exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, Gordon. Just like the DC one. Wow. Okay.
All right. We got a selection of books brought to you by Marco this week.
That's not true. It's brought to you by Pete.
No,
I took them all.
You picked 4.
Yeah,
no, actually, you picked 5 out of 5 books because you threw out the 5th book, and I was like, "Really? You want to read that? Okay."
You said there was people in the chat that said they looked interesting.
If you say so.
I watched your show.
Well, here's the thing. I missed Monday. I missed the live chat on Monday because I was busy making other content. I was building out other decks, so I forgot the show.
Yeah,
the show dropped. So I missed all that.
I was there. I said hi to somebody. I think I don't know. Probably
we were going to read this anyway.
What's that?
Energon Universe. We get Destro. Destro number 2. Go ahead, Marco. I know you got thoughts.
I read both the G.I. Joe book and the Destro book this week. I will tell you, I read Destro first. Thumbs up. I like the back and forth. How can I say this without spoiling what it was? There's 2. They show how a group of bad guys get together, and maybe why.
It's not a spoiler at this point because they were introduced in the first issue.
Yeah, but they weren't together. They hate each other. Well, the twins and Destro are in this book.
That's what I'm saying. You mentioning the twins, like they were. It's not a spoiler.
Yeah, but I'm trying to not say what they did. They showed their relationship from beginning to end, or well, at least from semi-beginning.
Beginning to now.
Yeah, to now. And I thought they did a really good job of it, and it made a lot of sense, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. Thumbs up.
It did, but you gonna give it a full thumbs up?
But G.I. Joe, on the other hand, was
No, we're not talking about that one.
Yeah.
But you're giving a full thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'm giving a crooked thumbs up.
What?
And I'll tell you why I'm giving it a crooked thumbs up. Because they did a lot more telling than showing me. There was a lot of just dialogue boxes just explaining back and forth the history of this, that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, just have them do this. You don't have to tell me that they're cutthroat, this, whatever. Just show me how they're a cutthroat. Don't tell me. So there was just way too much.
I think they're fast. Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Like the whole thing was back and forth. It was just way too much. Just hey, I'm just gonna read this to you and just read it. No interaction.
Well, there was the inner monologue with the twins at one point. I guess they could have just sped it up.
It was just way too long. Too much of it was that. And I get what they were doing. It just.
Oh, both of them are good.
Yeah.
Both series are good. Frankie, both series are good. Did you
For
read
what
them?
we've been getting out of these titles lately, this one kind of slow.
You think the Scarlet title's better than this?
Yeah. I like Scarlet 2 better than I like this.
Yeah. I even like the ending to this. The ending was like, okay.
So there was a lot of words. I agree. There was like a lot of exposition in this, but I think it was kind of necessary.
Agreed.
In this book. There were scenes like I like the art in this book, but I couldn't help. There was like some where they had faces up there, and it looked like Dr. Manhattan and Anakin Skywalker like talking to each other. I definitely got that vibe from it. But
I didn't love the art in this one.
It wasn't great, but I mean, there was again the detail. There was detail there, and I liked the back. It was like they were having a debate almost.
I got it.
I like that.
Yeah, and I think right now it seems like a lot, but I think it needed to happen to set up wherever they're going with all this.
Yeah, for sure.
So
That's
I
fair.
liked it. I give it a thumbs up as well. Full thumbs up.
Okay.
All we're hearing is, are we all getting a message? We're all getting a message right now. Okay.
I just turned my stuff on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, my phone's muted, so I don't get the alert.
My fault.
Okay. Well,
it's all right, but still take it. Like again, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, just off of what we've been getting lately, I was just a little, It's like it's what we talk about with the shows. Like this was the breath. Like, all right, we're gonna give you back.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it, especially the end. The end, I thought it was like, okay, we're gonna see what happens. I want to see a couple more pages. So,
well, here we go. Annihilation 2099, week 3, issue 3.
You know how we got a new character there?
Well, every issue has a new character
because it says on the cover, Red Hulk this week. Spoiler
alert.
Every
every issue of this is having a new character.
Yeah,
right on the
Silver
cover.
Next week.
Red Hulk 2099. Is that what we're doing?
Red Hulk
2099.
I don't know. Wasn't bad.
It was something. It wasn't bad. It wasn't really
great. I can't even.
Great either.
I actually kind of read this as the first book, and now I'm kind of like, Is there anything?
This is what I read after Destro. I put these books in the order of which I read them today.
No, see, I thought this was gonna be complete shit. So then I put Destro right after this. So like I kind of forgot all about this now, but I mean I know Red Hulk was there. I remember the 3 guys that the book started off with.
Well, he wasn't there the whole time. He kind of appeared.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying is like I know he shows up in the guts.
Yeah, he was created in this book, in this story.
Yeah.
It was something.
It was better than another book I read where Red She-Hulk was a harpy. I know that. Better than that this week.
There was that.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like, it's all right. I don't know. Let's see what Silver Surfer gives us. This is kind of crooked thumbs up, I guess. It's easy reading.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at too. It's not terrible. Like I said, it wasn't terrible.
Nah,
it just wasn't great either. It was just okay.
It's kind of
like a one-shot story. Like
you know what I was thinking. You know, I was thinking about this is, man, these are gonna be great dollar bin diggers one day that you can just go through and grab them all for $1 and read them.
Well, you had crapped on the first issue. with the Wolverine reveal.
Yeah,
And
because
I didn't hate that one. Yeah, that was a couple weeks.
But for $1, once again, I mean, whatever.
Last week's issue with the whole Star-Lord from Wakanda and the Quasar or whatever, the eating sun, it was all right, but it was also a little bit of a
yeah.
I was hoping for a bounce back here.
Like I said, these are all
bounce
back. Well, maybe next week you're gonna get a 20,099 Silver Surfer. So
yeah. Dub, did you get to this one or did you skip this one?
I did not.
Look at that cover. It was like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Bottom of the pile.
The cover. I actually like this Bradshaw cover.
I do too. I think it's good.
Yeah, this one's pretty good.
And the art's good too. I don't have a problem with the art, man.
That wasn't my complaint. It was just just kind of generic. That's all. Just kind of generic. But next up.
Oh, really? Interesting, Frankie.
If they are action figures coming out, Frankie, make sure you're following Toy Informer because Peter will let you know if they're going to come out.
Yeah, I got to go get ready for
Barlord, you're right. It just is. That's what it is.
Yeah, it exists. And this, did you put this in here because you wanted to do the backup story or because you wanted to do the Hulk?
Yeah, it was for the backup story, really. The Hulk story was fucking atrocious.
You
said no. I put this in because I watched Pete's list and he had this book as a gonna read. Might want to read.
Yeah, I like. It's just it. Yeah, it wasn't great this week.
Well, it was bad. It's pretty shitty all around. The backup story is a Wolverine Deadpool story, which isn't that
wasn't really. Was it a story?
Okay,
can we call that a story?
It is what it was. I mean,
is that the
preview?
Yeah, weapon extraction. So that's going to take place through a backup Marvel books.
Hey, I'll tell you this. This book is ass. Yeah, you're right. It is pretty ass. So, I'm giving a thumbs down on this book.
Yeah.
Please don't buy this.
What do you think about that art style in there?
In the inside?
Yeah, the interior art.
It's hard to follow.
It reminded me of like old Dell or Gold Key, like almost like painted.
Yeah, it was really hard to follow. The whole thing.
I don't know. It just
wasn't shading.
I mean,
there was a lot of shading.
If you've been reading the title, it's just like, really, we're taking this long to get to this point with his sidekick companion. It's like Doctor Who companion character. I don't know. Yeah, it's not even really in it. They just talk about it.
Yeah, not good. I'm down with it. I'm
so
down.
Dub, are you a down?
Yeah. After I read this book, I wish I would have read Annihilation 29.9.
Yeah.
I got to be on the side too. I'm giving the Crooked because, I've liked so far what Johnson's been doing, but I don't know, nothing really happens.
This book is not good.
And if you want to get it for the backup story, just don't.
Yeah,
there's
the whole thing. I mean, just don't get the whole.
There's like 3 pages of just.
I don't know if this will make $1 bid because I don't know anybody's dumb enough to order this book.
But then we have actually again, this was the first bookmarker listed for us to do, but this was the 4th book that I read. It's Nightwing.
I'm a fan of Deadman. Yeah, I'm a fan of Deadman. I actually like this. Is that backstory is not true, right? Like, I mean, this is the first time we're seeing it, right?
What's that?
The backstory of what's his name, Grayson, who he runs into in the thing.
That the bit, that back bit. I was like, what are you talking about?
It's interesting because it makes perfect sense. But here's the thing about Nightwing. I kind of always like Nightwing.
Yeah.
It's a solid read week in and week out.
It has been. Tom Taylor's been doing a hell of a job for a while.
Yeah. How long has he been doing this? Because I remember back in the old MCM days when we used to do reviews, and they would just review Nightwing so they could say Dick all the time, and I'd actually read the books, and I was like, wow, this is Nightwing. Like, this is
really for a while there. He was going by Rick. Remember?
Yeah, but they would say it so they could say Dick. They would try to tell Dick.
We've reviewed Nightwing before, when it was in the early 100, below.
Yeah, because I always liked there. I always liked it. So it's always a solid book. And then you give Deadman in there, and then you give an interesting story with Brand that you would think
Boston Brand.
I
Yeah,
would
He's
Boston
on the
Brand,
cover, so
sorry.
it's not a spoiler.
Yeah, he's right there. Then Boston Brand has an interesting part in this story. That makes sense.
It does. But no, I did not know
The
that.
only thing that was kind of
connection before this.
fucking wild was the Batman part of it at the end.
At the end, it's kind of, it makes sense though.
But does it? Because I don't want to spoil it. Okay,
It
But
does.
I give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Well, it doesn't because of Brand.
What do you mean?
Because they solved the mystery with Brand. Brand solves the mystery.
He
Kind of.
always solves a mystery.
Yeah, he does.
That's his gimmick.
Yeah, but we're not solving the mystery.
I can't tell you what it
I
is.
know. What I'm saying is we're not solving the mystery. We're dealing with a character needing to take care of some business and then somebody stepping up in the meantime.
Yeah, but I mean, the business is kind of like taken care of. So, like, fucking quit whining, bitch boy, and get out there and do your job.
What do you mean the business is taken care of?
Well, kind of.
How?
Well, I mean, it's I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't.
Wait. Are you sure you're not missing something with this?
No, like I mean, like in the meantime, I don't think it's like that crucial because we see. Yes, I'm not missing anything with it. Anyways, go ahead. I still liked it. Thumbs up.
No, I'm really confused what you're talking about.
Well, I don't want to say it because then it'll ruin it because it has to do
I
with
get
something.
that, but the Boston Brand bit is a flashback, and we haven't seen the current conversations.
Right, but what I'm saying is like we know the current conversation is going to happen in like a minute. Like it's the next thing logically to happen because we saw the flashback. So like in the meantime, while he's having the flashback before he goes to talk to Boston to Boston, right?
No, he's not having a flashback. They're just giving that to us, the reader.
Okay, but my point is, so like, but the time that the other dude's doing the thing, putting on underwear, he's already in the timeline. He is already currently talking to Boston. We didn't see it, right?
No, he's not there yet. He's got to go talk to. He's
But
leaving.
he already left. He left to go talk to him, or the guy wouldn't be putting the underwear on. So I'm
saying, yeah, he left. Yeah, to go. But
what I'm saying is, when the bad guy was doing what the bad guy was doing, he already left. So he's already gone. So if you're following the story, he would be talking to Boston while the bad guy's doing what the bad guy's doing.
Yes.
So he'll be by the time the dude puts on the underwear, at the same time, I guess maybe I just naturally assumed that the old guy, the other guy that was going to talk to Boston, see, this is why I don't want to ruin it. Is like it's done. The deal with Boston's done already.
It's not done. That's what the whole fucking next issue is gonna be.
No, I understand.
I haven't read this book, and I'm thoroughly confused as to what you guys are talking about. So I think you should stop digging.
Yeah. So I think unilaterally, while the guy's talking to Boston, and the bad guy is doing all the things the bad guy is doing, that's what's happening.
I tried.
And we're going to see it next issue. Huh?
This one, I'm confused with what you're talking about. While so-and-so is away, somebody's going to fill in. We will see that in the next issue. We will.
I'm saying is I don't think he needs to fill in.
Away is doing in the next issue. But you're acting like it already happened because you know what's going to happen. Yes, we all know what's going to happen. He's going to have that conversation, and he's going to come back. But until he does, that's why we're getting these issues with somebody filling in.
Yeah, I'll talk more about it later, but I think it's the same.
But also because there are other options of who could keep an eye on the place. They were also removed from the equation.
Well, no, I understand that they were removed, but I'm saying is like that whole time thing was going on while next thing we see is him talking to Boston. We assume now maybe it's not. If it's not, it's not. But then like
he hasn't talked to him yet.
I understand. I understand. I'm telling you, at 12 o'clock today, he will talk to Boston. At 12 o'clock today, the bad guy will get on the mic and start telling you what the bad guy is going to do. So then by 2 o'clock, somebody puts on the underwear. Well, the conversation with Boston's already done by that point. It doesn't matter. Anyways, liked it. I really liked it.
I think your timing is off on this.
Oh, okay. Maybe it is.
I think your taking of the timeline is a little different than my taking of the timeline.
Okay, fair.
That's all. Point being,
fair enough.
read this. This is a good read, despite
it's good read. Very good.
the-
Whatever, who's on first?
us
I mean,
trying to
you're right.
figure
We
out
just
how to
did
have an argument
right every
without
two.
spoiling
You just
things.
did. We did a who's on first thing there, but yes, and we're trying
But
not
we're
to
trying
spoil
not to
this thing.
spoil it. So we're trying to do our best not to spoil things for you guys, the readers.
Yeah, they do make good. Their NBA covers are good. Okay, next up,
The last book.
here, let's see it.
This is when I said, "Hey, pick an indie too."
You wanted to do Witchblade, which one of our fans here is going to be upset because they like Witchblade, and they said they haven't started.
Well, I thought it was a new number one. It was an opportunity. It's the new number one for us to tell people if that new number one is worth buying.
But
This is
somebody
a
in the
different new number
comments,
one.
but I heard somebody's collecting Witchblade. Nobody else made a comment on that. Somebody was like, "Yo, I might actually check this out because I think it's going to be good because I read the previews." And somebody else said, "Sounds good." Now, I think they were talking about this book, so we decided to watch this book or read this book.
What's Gerard Way? Umbrella Academy.
I know you think it's. I think it started off wild, but like I think it's kind of all right.
I read this book. The premise is, wacky, Gerard
have no
Way
context.
style of wacky. What's that?
There's just no context given,
Yeah, no context. You just go.
which
right
is why
into
I
what's
was a
going
little bit
on.
low. I'm like, wait, what?
Yep.
Okay, I mean, you're already giving me our main character trying to figure out what's going on with her. I get it. It's gonna be a mystery. We got to learn as the story plays out. But in the meantime, the rest of it should be either straightforward or explained. And none of it was done. It was just.
Well, that's not how he does it. I thought it was
That's
okay.
not how he works, though. Yeah,
I'm telling you, this book is.
I get that. To me, it was a bit jarring. I was like,
Yeah.
"What's with this green dude?
What
Why is there a green dude all of a sudden?"
But that's how he
Why
does.
is
Like,
everybody
we're
just
just
cool green guy?
Why is there a chimpanzee butler? Like,
Yeah, right.
a
Exactly.
crooked thumbs up. I know the only reason I'm giving a crooked thumbs up is because I know it's not for everybody. I 100% understand that. I enjoyed reading it, and after I read it, I was like, I don't know what Pete's talking about. I thought it was decent. I thought it was pretty good. So,
For the exact same reason, I will give it a thumbs up because it's not for everybody, and it's wacky. But it's going to take a little while to get. I mean, we're not going to know what's going on till like
it's the typical indie.
issue 4 or 5, but I'm okay with that,
Yeah.
and I'm going to keep checking it out. I will definitely get the next issue.
I would put it crooked, but it's really level. Like, I don't know. I'm mildly curious of what happens in the next issue, but at the same time, if I never found out, I think I'd also be fine. But
Okay.
we got enough here
Yeah.
for taking. Again, if you like Gerard Way and you like that tone, I guess
If you like Gerard Way, it's a thumbs up for sure.
you get it. I just wanted a little more, just something. Just acknowledge.
I'm not.
Why are we talking about the diet of this green dude and him not be able to shit and just?
No, I think it's to show you that the people were old there. That was like a senior care.
Well, I get that, but explain to me why there's like aliens or creatures, something.
Yeah.
Something
you got
before
nothing.
Superman shows up, wrecking shop. Like,
Hey, like I said, fair.
yeah, it's wild. It
does. It did have Umbrella Academy feels to it. So I mean,
yeah, I can deal with chimpanzee butlers,
But
I was
a
thrown off
mysterious hidden patient in the wall.
that too.
That like what's going
That
on?
was like it was like a what? It was like a weirded out Doctor Who episode.
Yeah. Need to see a doctor.
Well, I'll give it the crooked. I'll formalize it and give it the crooked. And those were our comics for the week. Let's zip on over to our streaming reviews first.
okay.
There is a spoiler show that you guys can go and watch. I will go and check out now that I've watched the episode because I watched it after work today before we did this.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Finale of the Acolyte.
Okay.
Did they stick the landing in the simplest terms?
Well, I mean, I think they finished it, kind of. They did and they didn't. They screwed a couple things up in it. The reason why was they couldn't just stick. It's like they did, when like if you're Olympics are coming up, you're doing the thing with the gymnastics, you're hitting it, you're like hitting both things, and you jump over, and then you do that the secondary bounce. That's kind of what they did. Well, they got it, but they did a little bounce in there for no reason.
Because you know what they did is that they finished one story, which was the story when we started the show. But then the story, as the show kind of went on in the middle episodes there, kind of evolved to something more than that story.
Yeah.
That story's not ended. But they did wrap up that initial inciting.
Kind of like the one thing. What if the whole story was about one thing? We kind of said last night. If it was the one part that they wrapped up, if that was what the entire story was about, then it wasn't good. But like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, still out of 5, I got a 3.5. I'm still there, even after all the discussions last night. It's definitely worth a watch. It definitely wasn't like season 3, which was episode 3, which is the worst. It was not that at all. There's some great battle scenes in this. There's some really good stuff. Just the storytelling was all over the place.
It was
a little choppy.
It was a little choppy, and again, not trying to spoil things, but how things kind of played out at the end, I didn't see the logic of why they did it that way. It just didn't make sense.
Agreed. When you watch the video, that's what I said.
It's the choice of what they
Dom told us everything because he knows everything. So he told us why everything makes a ton of sense.
It just didn't make sense to me. Apart from the fact that they wanted to set things in certain places, but outside of that, logistically didn't make sense. But I don't care what anybody says, all the internet trolls and haters and whatnot. I still like this show.
Yeah, I like the show. I like the show overall. This did not destroy it.
No. Are you crooked or are you up?
No, Bill, there's no shot. No shot. You're either trolling or you're just dying over with
no.
This is the comment that you make. You write this comment and you're doing two things. You're either trolling or you're rolling on the ground laughing.
The writing on the Hulk is not. It's not that it's bad. It was just this particular issue. The last issue, it was just nothing. It was really slowed down, like a tranquilizer dart to the face. It was like, well, we're not moving the story forward. We got to just give you the Deadpool backup story. So we're just gonna.
I'll tell you this. I think they tried to open it up as a selling point to do the second season, which I'm disappointed in. I wish they would have finished up the season 1, and if it turned into second season. I will also tell you, once again, people less invested in Star Wars, or normies too. Like, I don't wonder because I got some feedback. This didn't hit home as much as I would hope it would have. That's how I'm going to say it.
So it was no Andor.
Yeah, like at the end of Andor, they're like, cool, whatever. Yeah, this is good. Okay, cool. Like this one, they didn't. They're like, what was this ending? And I understand what was this ending, because it was very I mean, the ending was like
convoluted.
Yeah, but
it was because it, like I said, it didn't. The choices made by the characters didn't make a lot of sense from a story standpoint.
There was no setup for it. It just like chop.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, here we are.
Yeah, it's like let's go throw some shit in there just to throw shit in. We're not going to explain anything really. We're stuff we've already explained. We're going to, it's funny because something that they already explained that they opened back up at the card shop today. Somebody kind of broke up. Oh, interesting. Somebody brought up Leia, and they said, well, technically she's a Skywalker. I was like, well, technically she was kidnapped and sold to another family. And then that got into talk about Shmi. And then when they got into that conversation, then I was like, yeah, well, they kind of told us something in this Acolyte thing, but then they kind of told us that that's not what it is, but they didn't really tell us what it was. So like, I don't know why they did that. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but it was still very enjoyable.
And I'm assuming, I don't know if you guys got into it last night or not. I'm going to show you something, and just tell me if you guys got into it last night or if you're saving it for Sunday. Did you get into John Lovitz in The Wedding Singer? Did you get into this?
Yes, we did. We actually showed pictures of it. I mean, there was no way that you couldn't talk about Plagueis. I mean,
all right.
But that's the thing. So like, that was the biggest thing too. It's detrimental because what they've done with characters like that before, and we'll talk a lot about it on Sunday, Darth Bane, like they gave us him in samurai stuff and they never said anything. And then Dom came out and naturally like went on some tirade of a show that he had watched before. And then I had to correct some guy who I think is going to be a fan of ours now, because after we got it off our chest how we talk to each other. He's a fan. So, but it just, he was interjecting all this stuff that he had read on the internet after the show, which I tried to reduce the amount of time, but I wanted the West Coast thing. But you could see it because Dom was looking and reading stuff on the internet while doing the show. Go back and watch. And then all of a sudden, he tried to throw all those theories out at once. And we're like, hey, slow down, man. Like, no, I don't think so. And then, it's fun. It's the Dom thing. I love Dom. So, I think maybe some of that too, like how the deaths of any of the Jedi, how the deaths of two of the Jedi that you kind of, I wish they would have, 3 Jedi really. The Wookiee, Soul, spoiler alert, and but we know this already. And what's his name that killed himself? No, Indara's death was cool with the stabbing thing. The rest of them were lame-ish. They were kind of like, the fuck is this? I will tell you that battle scene. Also, what came off the battle scene didn't make sense later on. Like the main battle scene between Saul and somebody else.
Okay.
And then what ended up happening at the end is just like, that doesn't make fucking sense. But whatever. I mean, it was good. It's enjoyable. I mean, it's better than fucking, I guess it's because the bar's been set low with Book of Fett, Obi-Wan, shit like that. Like the sequels.
Ahsoka?
Yeah, Ahsoka. I mean, I'll tell you this. Is there a fight scene in Ahsoka that can rival the fight scene? Either one of the 2 big fight scenes in the end of this?
The fight scene in this one was pretty good too.
Yeah, both of them. That's what I'm telling you. Like that. This probably wasn't. I don't know. Maybe it was the best. If you don't, either way, if you think 5 was the better scene or the 2 fights that went on here was the better scene, whichever one you want to choose, I'm not going to nitpick you. But was there a single Ahsoka? Was there a single Mandalorian fight that was better than that? In all 3 seasons of Mandalorian, there wasn't, in my opinion. So, like, yeah, they did some stuff right. Yeah, I thought Andor was great too. I don't think it has to be a competition of like which is better. They're 2 different things. I enjoyed both of those. I mean, I enjoyed both of those, and I enjoyed some of Mando too. I don't think we have to go tit for tat of which one. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna use lightsabers and have fight scenes, like there was not a fight scene that.
I think this is also the point. You don't have to choose. You don't have to say, "Oh, I like this better. I like that." You don't have to choose. You can like whatever you like, and you can dislike what you want to
dislike. Whatever you like. Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be in a camp. Not everything has to be, well, I picked this, so I'm in this group. I'm in the Mando group. Well, I'm in the Ahsoka group.
That show was not a drag. I see. Once again, I disagree, Damien.
I disagree with Damien as well.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it from the. I mean, I was
best Star Wars.
Yeah, I thought
Rogue One.
Well, I thought it was very good. I thought it was very good.
Yeah, Andor was fantastic. Because it's kind of
what there's a couple parts in the Andor they could have fixed, but I thought it was
sure. I get it. Slow start to get there. You needed to watch.
I'm not even sure the start thing was it. I think there was a couple. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay,
I still liked it.
All right. Yeah,
I still like it. As
long as you enjoy it.
That's the kind of sci-fi that I like. I mean, shit.
Yeah, you don't want to know. Shout out to Cosmic One because he brought up a good point last night. I mean, too. It like
what's that?
When was the last time there's been like not if you get outside the trolling? When's there been this much theory crafting / discussion, openly discussion too about it, like where you're having semi-passionate discussions, but not saying like stupid shit where people just try to call people snowflakes.
Never.
Yeah.
You know why? Because usually these types of discussion are people speculating what's going to be in the next movie, not talking about.
Well, that's what Dom did. That's what Dom did. Dom did a lot of that last night,
and that's different. But that's
there's no season 2. After there's no season 2,
it's a different thing. It's. I don't know.
I thought it was good. All right, go ahead. What's up next?
This one's for you.
What?
This one's for you because I didn't watch this yet.
Oh, bro, I love this series. I actually like this better than the Vikings, the main series. And I think they're doing a great job with this again. And like, man, it's good. It's good. And like, this is one of those things where I think people, this is one where, like, if you don't like history, you're going to love this. But if you like history, you're going to love it. But the people who like history is going to be like, yeah, this is, it's like the House of Dragons, right? Shit ain't based on I mean, it's based on history, but it ain't based on how
it ain't history.
It ain't history. You know what I mean?
That's not how people really were with dragons. Dragons don't let people write them.
I had to explain that to Dom. Like why we know there's not dragons. Especially during the time. Anyways, I would get that off. I'm not trying to rag on him. But yeah, no, like this is cool. Like, and they got like Leif Erikson supposedly in this and like other things too. And loosely based on like Viking lore, history lore, anyways. But like it's something good on Netflix that you can sit down and all of a sudden you're watching one, and next thing you know, you look at the clock, you're like, shit, I should have been in bed an hour ago. And you're down 3 episodes.
One of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I don't know if this has got boobies in it. I bet you it does. It's like one of those shows that like has tasteful boobies or whatever, because you just expect it nowadays.
You just don't notice.
Yeah, but you just don't even notice. I bet you it's got now that I think about it, yeah, there's one scene where there's definitely boobies in it. But like, so like yeah, I mean one of those type of things,
Fair enough.
I mean, there's raping and pillaging and shit going on in it too, so that but yeah.
Well, you were solo on this one, so I'll give you
very good. Watch it if you got time.
Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure I'm solo on this one because I did watch this today too. I did it again.
This is bullshit. I gotta go to the bathroom anyways. Fuck this. I've quit.
I can't help it. I wanted to see more about this offseason. I wanted to see more about this Saquon Barkley leaving and how that played out. And they gave it to us. They pretty much gave it to us. They gave us a lot of the GM of the Giants watching ESPN. That's what they gave us a lot of in his office.
That's where we're going to get news from?
On the TV in the background. Wow. To see what they were saying about it. And then he played Uno with his family.
Sounds riveting.
I know that sounds silly, but outside of that, though, it was interesting. There were interesting bits about it, though. There was like this whole bit where he's going over with his team, where they kind of like I guess we would do as fans. They were price pointing all the free agents. It's like, all right, we're into this guy for this, this, and this. Like, all right, this guy's 5 to 6. This guy's 9 to 10. This guy, this. Hopefully, we can get this guy here at this. And then, meanwhile, you see when they actually do the signing, he's like, you paid more for everybody than you said you were going to. Like everybody who did sign, you paid more for, but that's how the market goes. And that's, it was still interesting. It was still interesting. So I will give it I'll give it a crooked thumbs up. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great episode through and through, but there's a lot of good stuff. I'm looking forward to the draft. The draft will be more interesting. I'm a big draft guy, so I'll be looking forward to that. But I still say you watch it. If you got nothing else, you're really itchy for football. This is not terrible to see how some of these things played out. See some of the negotiations. You see how he was trying to deal with the GM of the Panthers and making that deal for Brian Burns, and he's like, "You're trying to squeeze me for a 7th round pick? No. Let's stick." It was interesting.
I as far as content goes, Pete, like watching or doing too many mock drafts has been any of my free time. That's all I've been doing is mock drafts and looking at things. And I mean, it's so early, but it's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It is what it is. But let's just move on to our last show.
What?
Our last show, House of the Dragon. What was this, episode 5?
5, that's correct. 3 more after
Pete,
this.
we forgot something, Pete. We forgot something.
I completely forgot about that.
I completely forgot about something too. We definitely
forgot about them.
Pretty big coming up next episode too. Completely forgot about it. Wow.
Yeah, so this
I didn't forget about this one because I thought
I
said this was going to happen last episode with one of the characters. But here's the other thing. Before you keep saying how great House of Dragon, is this not the 3rd Dragon Rider we've seen in the exact same this scene? Crashing to Earth. This scene. Where they do this. They're looking up at the sky and they're falling like that. That's the limitations of CGI.
We saw that once.
No, maybe 2nd or 3rd time.
No 2nd or 3rd time. Luke,
yes,
the little kid, got eaten. We didn't see him fall.
He got eaten. Yeah.
Motherfucker got eaten. He had chomped.
He got eaten.
He got eaten. We didn't kind of see what happened to the king. You saw the dragon fall, but you didn't see the king.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even this episode what you're talking about.
This episode did the I don't know
reenactment,
but yeah,
the almost queen, the one who should have been queen, but she got voted off.
The queen that never was.
The queen that never was. Yeah,
Rhaenys. Well, that's the thing. Rhaenyra and it's Rhaenys. I think.
But here's the thing let's get away from this. Thumbs up. Great show. Still doing great. Me and Pete forgot something. and
Yeah.
it's going to
It completely pushes my timeline of where I think this show will now end.
Yeah.
What I thought was going to happen just last episode, now that's my end point of this season.
Yeah, it has to be. Well, see, no, I think they're going to give us one after that. Because I talked about what happened in this season.
Oh, yeah.
Said,
No, that's right.
I said, hey, because remember I said, hey, we have to see what happens to the king, but we have to see the other thing that happens to the king. Okay? And I think that's kind of the thing that happens after the other thing from the king is probably going to be the end of the season, but it now lines up perfectly. But I did forget, although I, shoot my shot, I called that part. I forgot the next thing that's going to happen.
Yeah, which is, I completely forgot where they're going to next.
Yeah. Next, dude. JJ's like we actually talked about this last night.
I'm going to assume you're also still here with us, dude.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know what your timelines are. I don't know what you forgot, and I don't care.
But I had said like
they're really enjoying everything I'm watching on this show, and
Dub, it's the topic they introduced at the end of this episode of
how Rhaenyra's going to get people.
Hey, we got more dragons.
Gotcha.
So,
who's going to ride them?
But this is the thing we talked about last night, and I think too, it much like Shogun, like it's great, but we already knew. Like you just had to not like the difference between this and Acolyte is they had to write Acolyte from scratch, right? Yeah. Very little concept there. You had to this. I don't know if people know this, but we know what happens.
Yeah, this is already laid out.
This is a story already. You can buy this and read this already.
Yeah, and to be fair, the story that you would buy and read isn't really a full story. It's more of like a skeletal outline with just bullet points of this happens, this happens, this happens. You're not getting a lot of. It's not like the regular book.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not like the regular book. You're not getting into into the character perspectives of each character doing a chapter.
There's no inner monologues.
This happens. This happens. This happens.
No monologues. Period.
Yeah, it's kind of just laying it out.
Well, it kind of is a monologue because it's coming from like it says. Well, Mushroom says, and then like the
yeah. Some of the stuff is reports.
You're talking about a novel. You're talking about just Martin's books, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. What is it?
It's the Swedes that did it. It's like the Encyclopedia of Westeros. The people who run.
No. What's it called? The book? No.
Yeah, Fire and Ice: The History of Westeros.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. Something. It's a big. Well, it used to be a big ass red book like this. Yeah, and it was like the Swedes put it out. The people who run Westeros, Fire and Ice, Westeros.org.
The Rise of the Dragon. Well, there's also a Rise of the Dragon, the illustrated history of the Targaryen dynasty. Kind of also some.
Oh, now there's that too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That it's almost like I think of a chunk of the other book. Kind of taken out.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. They're very good though. Very good.
Yeah.
Once again, you can't compare it, guys. This has already been a hit book. This is what I'm trying to explain to these people that may not understand. Like, this has already been successful. This is already multi-million. This story has already sold multi-millions in print, and literally
it's already a popular story. Like
this isn't new. That's like saying like, oh, the Shogun. I mean, like, yeah, they did a great job because they followed the first story,
the original material,
they followed the original shit. They didn't divert from it, and they are not diverting. They're literally not diverting because where Pete said, like, they could have diverted. They're not diverting. We know that because we know what's going to happen next. And if you don't believe that's true, feel free, everybody else, to close or DM me, and I will tell you exactly what's going to happen.
I'll tell you where it's going if you want to know.
You want to know? I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. Like, exactly.
I don't want
to. All I gotta say is Steve. Yeah.
But
well, that's because BK can't read, bro. Let's be honest. He talks a lot of game, but BK cannot read.
But yeah, it's not fair to try to compare the Acolyte to a show like this because again, it's based off of material that's already available, material that's already successful. So you can't compare the two. We wouldn't hold X-Men 97 up to Shogun, would we? And say, whoa, no, they're not the same.
Yeah.
They're not meant to be the same.
Yeah.
The Acolyte's not meant to be Shakespeare.
Yeah, I mean, Billy, you just sound
fiction.
you just sound butthurt at this point.
It's Star
you do.
Wars.
It's kind of sad. It really is. Like, I mean, I guess whatever, but like that just it's not good takes. BK we know is a fake troll, but like it's just not a good take. That's like saying like, oh man, you know what I mean? Like, I love ice cream, but dude, you know, ice cream is absolutely it's not the same thing as like a cookie. Like, yeah, no shit, it's not. Yeah. No shit. Like,
well,
I get it.
It's the same. It all goes back to the same thing. And I love Star Wars. You know I love Star Wars, but
sure.
Let's not pretend like Star Wars is more than what it was.
No, let's not.
Like,
and by the way, this book, I think you should go back and read this book because this book had a lot of fucking holes in it too. All right. A lot of people that say it's not as good as this, I will tell you. And Bill, if you actually have read it, I apologize. Or maybe you don't remember it. But if you do, you just read it the other day, then that's your opinion. Fine. But nostalgia makes shit seem a lot better than it actually was. And so does the what's his name effect, where you think things actually happened that Mandela effect, where things didn't actually happen. I enjoy Legacy, but I take that shit for what it was. And believe me, a lot of it is dog shit and does not hold up today. If they did even half the stuff they did in Legacy today, you
don't want a Luke clone
again? No, I want Luke's son's clone. I want 18 clones of Luke's grandson. That's what I want. I want clones on top of clones on top of clones. And after they close down all the clones and blow it up, then I want 2 years later to actually find another planet that's just like the first planet that has a bunch of fucking clones on it. That's what I want. Please do that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Somehow.
Well, BK, if you're saying Star Wars is a much bigger franchise than Game of Thrones, well, yes, obviously it's been around for decades, longer, despite the fact that Game of Thrones has been around for a while because Fucked Up won't finish a goddamn book.
Yeah, I mean the ending thing like that.
That'll take 15 years between books. Well, we'll have a whole show.
They should have just paid. So the people who wrote this story, they should have just paid them to write the story, the end of Game of Thrones, instead of going to Reddit to find out what the ending should be. Just saying.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Jade. Oh my god!
But guess what? I know you guys want to move on, and we will, because I got one more thing for you.
Nobody cares what Gordon. Nobody cares what BK says. Listen, hey Gordon, you weren't here. I called BK's mom. I invited BK. I asked her, could you please let BK come to Baltimore? And she said, well, will you watch after my little son, my only virgin boy? And I said, yeah, absolutely, 100% take care of him. BK's still too scared to come down there. So like, you got to know the story of BK.
Now, I don't know if you guys got around to this, or if this is just going to be me on this one.
Yeah.
But I did watch.
I hate you for this. I hate you for this.
The Rise of Red.
Bro, this shit was so bad. I watched 5 minutes of it. I was like, the fuck? I shut it off. My wife's like, you said you were going to watch it. I go, all right, you're right. I put it back on for another 10 minutes. I was like, I can't. Dude, I didn't even say I can't. I just paused it, got up, and started doing some work. Like, left the room and just started doing some work. And they're like, what's and my wife's like, yo, you know, I was like, oh shoot, yeah, I forgot. And she's like, are you gonna watch? I go, I'll give it another try.
The kids love it. Literally, my son's football team was talking about this movie. Granted, he's got girls on his team too, but they were talking about this movie in practice on Tuesday. They were doing dance numbers from the thing while in between plays.
Okay.
I don't know.
New Jersey fucks are weird. The water must be tainted over there, dude.
Yeah, I didn't watch.
Did you get your water from Flint? Movies. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just gonna say I didn't watch all the other movies that went into this, but as I understand it, I went to my buddy said we had like a watch party on Friday because our kids are about the same age. They wanted to watch it. Yeah, so we went over there. We all watched it together. Apparently, my buddy Mike, he watched a little bit more because he gave me the tip or the little commentary about it of the fact that they actually changed some of the history in this one. Where the other movies, they don't change the history. Like, if you don't know what this is, these are all like the kids of like the Disney.
Is it always a theme though? Like this was a theme of Wonderland.
This one, yeah, that's kind of what they went with. This one is they kind of went with Wonderland. I think they did some like Ursula Pirate stuff in one of them, and then they've had.
So you're saying this movie is not canon?
I got 26
Well,
minutes
that's
of
the
this
thing
movie.
about canon. The other movies apparently didn't mess with the canon, but in this one, they started messing with the canon like Cinderella's
fuck it.
dance
Who
was
gives
like
a
the
shit?
undersea dance at Back to the Future. Like they were messing with
Who gives a shit?
how characters meet and whatnot. So
Shit's given 0. Double thumbs down. This is fucking.
but they
trash.
did go back to the Brandy Cinderella. You guys remember when they did that? The Brandy version
Brandy
of
was
Cinderella?
in it. I saw Brandy.
That's
I
what
was
I'm
like,
saying. She
damn,
was
she
in
got
it 'cause
old.
that was the Cinderella they went with.
No, I don't
But-
remember that at all. But all I know is this is fucking unwatchable. It is literally unwatchable.
It's not on watch.
This is like that Dick and Jane movie with Jim Carrey in it. Just unwatchable.
No, that's completely different.
No, it's unwatchable. There's only
No.
two.
This
There's
is-
only
you gotta
two
like this
movies
type
that
of
I've
stuff.
ever turned off and never watched completely. Only two. This one.
Yeah, I mean, if you
and
like
Dick
a
and Jane.
goofy Disney movie, you're gonna like this stuff. If you're gonna watch, the stuff. You
All right,
like
Marco, what would you rather watch? This movie or the New York Giants Hard Knocks?
New York Giants Hard Knocks. I swear to God. I swear
All
to
right,
God.
good, because we still got some more left.
No, I'm not watching it. But I would. If it was
All
those
right,
two things.
we'll wrap this up. We don't
No,
need to
I mean,
stick
I
around
just-
with the Descendants any
Dude,
longer.
no, hold on. This is don't do this. I don't know what the joke these kids are playing on you, but this is offensively bad. Like it is offensively bad. It's so bad.
Kids like it. You go ahead. Go look. Go look at how like the ratings of this does.
Didn't Taylor Swift have
We're getting another movie.
Hold on now.
They
Didn't
set up
Taylor-
a whole nother movie.
It's just a troll. Didn't Taylor Swift
No.
have like a movie thing that
This
you
is
had
the
to watch? in
fourth
theaters?
one. This is the
theaters?
fourth movie in this franchise at this point.
Hold on now. Let me ask you a question. Did Taylor Swift have a movie that you had to watch in theaters?
It was a concert video, yeah.
I'd rather fucking terrible idea watching a fucking concert you're not at on a movie screen. I'd rather do
Well,
that.
in theory, Eddie Murphy Raw was a concert movie.
Yeah,
and
kind of.
Delirious.
Stand
That's
up.
exactly what it was, yeah.
Anyways, I rather do that. The Taylor Swift watched that thing, not
So
once,
you can watch
but
that on
back
Disney
to
Plus now.
back
So you're gonna watch it?
twice. No, fuck no, I don't want to watch it. But that's what I'm telling you. I don't fucking no interest in watching that. I'd rather watch that back to back twice with no piss breaks.
Also, for
than have to watch
context,
this.
the Taylor Swift concert movie, I think, got close to 3 hours. This,
For what?
meanwhile, is 90 minutes.
Bro, I didn't even get 30 minutes in. I couldn't.
Well,
do
I'm
it.
just telling you.
I couldn't do it, man.
So you're saying you're signing up for 3 hours of a concert over 90 minutes
Twice.
6
Twice.
hours of a
6
concert.
hours.
of okay.
6 hours of a concert over this. Bro, I
I'm telling
fucking
you,
rewound.
I love it.
I'm
I'm telling you, this is not for me. This is not for us. I just put it in here because I had to watch it. I had to sit and watch it. Not only did I watch this, I made the joke earlier. We had to sit. I watched the Kids' Choice Awards on Nickelodeon after this.
My wife was making fun of me because she said you have to rewind it because you've been watching a fishing YouTube video instead of watching this thing, so you've missed everything. So you haven't even watched 7 minutes of this. You got to rewind it. That's how bad it was. I mean, my attention got taken away. I picked up the iPad.
Well, I don't know. One of the early songs was one of the best songs in there when Red was doing her thing. That was one of the better songs in this movie. Just saying.
Fuck. I
You
caught
also gotta like a
minutes of
music.
that. And I was like, no, get rid of this.
You gotta like a musical to be into this too.
You
so.
should have watched. You should have watched Axel F.
It wasn't up to me.
Well, it is. You get the controller.
We're gonna bring everybody in and got the 10 and 11-year-olds all sitting around.
Yeah, 5 minutes into that thing, you go, hey kids, guess what? You can go play outside or you can watch Axel F. Because we ain't watching this horse shit. That's what you say, because you're the adult. You just do some adulting.
No, there it was. No
shot.
It was for them.
You guys, New Jersey's a fucking weird ass.
It was for them. The evening was for them.
This ain't Charlie Chocolate and the Chocolate Factory. Even there, the kids didn't get their way, dude. I'm telling you.
I had a nice little grapefruit tequila drink of some kind that my buddy made for me. So we had a little cocktail.
I don't think I could drink a fucking whole keg of bourbon, and I don't think it would make that. I don't think I could stomach.
You're missing out. And Rita Ora, you didn't get to see the whole thing. She used to. I don't know. Is she still with Taika Waititi, or she was?
I don't know what. I don't know. You're not. I'm not even trying.
You brought him up earlier.
Let's get to comics. All right, under the radar. We're doing a special under the radar.
You're not doing it. Stop.
Nope. Oh, wait. Well, you're not even ready. You're
Because I didn't know
talking
we
about-
were moving yet.
What do you mean? What
Now
were we
I'm
gonna do? Talk about how terrible that fucking show was
No,
again?
but we could have been all right. Let's move on. You just started going.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Gordon,
said,
I'll tell you.
let's get into Under the Radar. Then I would have run the thing. You
Axel
just started
F.
talking about
I
your
said,
book.
let's talk about comics. Axel F was a
Yeah, you gotta give me more
very much
notice than just that. That's
Beverly Hills.
just 1 second.
All right. Okay, I'm up. All right. Yeah, I am. All right. Hey, so we got special Under the Radar this week. Gem City Comic Con. We're going to Gem City Comic Con. Well, no, not we're. I'm going to Gem City Comic
He's
Con.
going.
Because I'm like that. And as you know, we've been doing these things. Like last time we did Motor City books that we're going to look at. Hey, I'm actually looking for a lot of the books on Under the Radar anyways. So I just decided to combine the two things, Gem City Comic Con and Under the Radar. First, if you read other books this week that we probably should have reviewed instead of the ones we did, we got Silhouette here. For those people that don't know, she was in one of the Blood Hunt books.
Oh, well.
Oh.
It was actually
the Laura Kinney one?
It was actually a good one. Yeah. It's the one that had it was the one that had
we had Spider-Man.
No, it was the one that had
the Blood Hunt, the Blood Hunters.
Yeah. The Blood Hunters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good call. Good point. That is the only time you can help me out. All right, so here we go. New Warriors #2, believe it or not. Decent book. Raw is $3, averages. However, CGC.
I need them for later if we're going to chapter this thing out. I need to be able to find it.
Yeah, the video things. 9/8. 153. No, different one. Silhouette. 153. But newsstands whopping $200 for a 9/8. I was surprised about this. I'm definitely gonna be looking for some decent copies of these. Sometimes you can find these in runs of like I've never used before. Yeah. What?
200, man. Wow.
I know for a newsstand copy. I don't know, man. Anyways, next up, gave you two different looks for this because technically there's been two different looks. Well, there's been like 4 different looks of Miss Hellstorm here. Brother of Tredamian. She also showed up in a book this week. So
you've got the Greg Land stripper look, and then you've got the horny look.
You had to give it to both. The horny look is the look that she's in now, as in she has horns. Her first appearance, we've covered this before, so we're going to cover it again because it's good to look at this mag anyways.
Dude, go dig in those milk crates.
Yeah.
The milk crate bins of the magazines. I got the epics, the old epics and National Lampoons, Conan sagas. Interesting
though. Most of the Raws currently are listed or selling as listed VG 3.5 through 5. So like in the VG errors. Right?
Yeah, they're gonna be
plus VG minus VG Viet. You know, I mean, in the 3.5 to 5 error, 92.35 on average. Just to give you equations, because most of those aren't graded, of what's happening here. Probably not the time to buy them off of a bin that's on top of the table at those prices, because CGC 9.8s are selling for $225, which would be great. But the majority
of 8.0, not 9.
Yeah, sorry, 8.0. What did I say?
You said 9.8.
Oh, sorry. 8.0, 225. 7.5s are selling for 100, but 6.5s are 79. So by the time you get down to that 5.0 and everything else, you're losing money on here. You might as well buy a 6.5 or a 7.0, which isn't a bad copy for the CGC price than the raw one. This is one I would suggest. Do not buy this raw unless you can find it in a milk crate for like $5.
I don't know. This is the thing. Magazine collectors are different though. They're different. Like they're not like magazine collectors aren't generally CGC collectors. That's why I think the grade prices are going to be wonky. That's the crossover from the comics people. Like the magazine people don't want this slabbed. They want things like they want the subscription sticker on the front of that goddamn thing. They don't want like this thing encapsulated and you can't touch it. Like they're different. They're a different breed.
I give you that to a point. What I'm telling you is don't. I mean,
I'm not saying anybody go spend $90 on this.
Yeah.
Go look cheap. Go look cheap if you can find it.
That's a good one. There you go. All right, now. Just so that I could give something else here, a little bit of even play, we're going to go old Tom here. Star Boy / Star Man, because he was Star Boy and Star Man. He's the same person.
But didn't he change his name to Obsidian?
It's the last picture. We didn't do that though. All right, because I only wanted to cover 3. I didn't.
I
Want
know.
to cover
I'm just saying, but that's what the kid's same guy. He eventually goes by that though.
Believe you me, some of these adventure comics are pretty good digs when you can dig them, and especially when you get into one of these like Gem City, you might be able to sneak this one by real quickly. Adventures Comic 282 doesn't look like much, doesn't look great, doesn't have another first cover appearance on it. However, little sneaker here, most raws are selling for $70 to $90, and CJC 8.0s and 7.5s in those same conditions are selling for around $200 to $288. Definitely unlike the magazines, ones you might want to try to look around. Now, this is his first appearance, and we did bring it up already in news about all the pre-zero error and all that other stuff. So this is his first appearance, like the dude in the middle that you saw. Now, I wanted to cover this too so that we weren't going too long. Let's look at these books that were
Tom, like the lead singer of Radiohead.
Yeah, Tom. THOM.
Yeah, but with the H, like it's like Radiohead style.
Mm-hmm. Okay, like Tom, like the name.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, Obsidian's Alan Scott's son.
Tom, like the name. Anyways, let's get back into Adventures 282. So I want to show you one of the raws that sold in that price range. Let's go back and look at it real quickly so we can determine what it is, $70 to $90. This is a very good one. There's a couple other ones, but they didn't have as many pictures as this. So let's go over and see if we think this could be in the 8.0, 7.5 range. Look at the staple on the corner. Pretty good. Look at the coloring. Look at the right side. Looks good. What?
The staple looks tiny.
No, it does because you'll see.
Well, I think you played with the picture a little bit.
Maybe. Now, you see this ink here. Don't try to remove the ink. Just let it go. It's not going to make a difference in your grading of the book.
Yeah, you squished it because the DC, that's not a circle. The DC is an oval. That's why the staple looks tiny to me.
Yeah, probably does. Yep. Now let's look at the other corner. Now we do have a little bit of a thing here. So if we look at the left corner where we got the arrow, probably shouldn't be the arrow different and big enough. You get to see a little chipping, a little bit of coloring, a little bit of indentation.
Wait, which arrow are you talking about?
The one on the left.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Now on the right, you've also got a little damage to the bottom. Nothing too serious. Look at the color of the white pages inside, though. Those things are sexy. I was thinking maybe press because there's color break and everything like that they did. On the inside, it tells me they still probably did press it. Now you see also
the staples are pulling away a little bit.
Pulling away. Right.
But meanwhile, like the cover looks like, it hasn't been touched. So yeah, it probably wasn't pressed.
Yeah, but it still looks in very good condition. I would say easily in the 8 range right now. Still good. This is the one that kind of gets me. This is the centerfold.
Oh, in the center, yeah.
This is where I start questioning things. There's centerfold tear there now. They said it's complete and it's not moving. If that's the case and you get here and the centerfold is fucking completely off, I would send this book back. Or even if it's off at the top staple. The bottom staple looks a little bit rusty, but looks still pretty good. You don't see the cross color going through the whole thing. Still a great book at this point. 7580 of this book is not out of consideration. There are tear points. Now, this is the part that threw me off, and this is the part that I don't understand. If you're going to press a book, don't press the back with a double flip fold. Because what that tells me is that you thought that the paper was so delicate that you couldn't fold back to press out. But I don't think that's the case. I think this person was just fucking lazy.
Yeah, they probably just missed it. They didn't think, oh, shit, I forgot to look at the back.
Well, no, they showed this as a picture. This is a solo picture, so they knew.
No. Meaning when they went to press
they
forgot to look at the back.
They should double.
Hey, maybe I should straighten this out.
They should have straightened that out
instead of pressing straight into.
Either way, I think it falls in that range. So when you're looking at these books and you're saying, "Hey, man, how bad is that?" Well, raws are selling for $70 to $90, and they were all in that pretty much condition. So it looks like that's a good book to kind of dig out there if you're going to go for a little gamble in Silver Age. I mean, I'm not saying if any place is going to have on-site grading soon, but let's say there was. This would be a book you kind of would consider for that type of thing. All right. I mean, they're definitely not having it at Gem City.
Didn't they have it at Heroes Con where you could bring your book, get it graded right there, and then take it home that day?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I heard rumors about something, but I'm telling you that I heard truths about something.
Did you go to Heroes?
I didn't go to Heroes.
You didn't go, but some of your buddies went, though, right?
There was somebody that went. Yes. Yeah.
It doesn't matter because we are going to Baltimore.
Well, I would just say make sure you follow Baltimore.com. tomorrow on the IGs and on all the socials. Legionnaire Zero it sells for $1. Now this is his first appearance post 0 hour, so there you go. Now remember, just to bring this up about Legionnaires, remember there's a couple of AH covers in here that you might want to look up too. All right, there you go.
Non-alcoholic. Who would drink that?
What's non-alcoholic?
I don't know.
Okay, so now his post rebirth appearance is Superman 14. Oh shoot, I forgot who is this an AH cover too for 14? It's got to be.
What are you babbling about?
Who's the one on the dog on the right? Yeah, is that
Yeah, I think it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. So huge. That's the big cover, I think. Be huge. So huge.
In his defense, he said AH at first.
He did. Yes, that is correct.
$1 to $3 there. The other book is actually $7 because nobody's selling them because at one point it was really hyped up. Last night, 8 went for $75. That's a pretty good deal. Now, Heralds of Galactus is what I was going to do anyways for this week before I decided that I was going to go to Gem City. You kind of saw that because we leaked it out last week.
Because, the Annihilation is giving us the next Herald.
Yes. So we are continuing to do those. Plus, there's a lot of talk about Heralds because of a female Silver Surfer, blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Yep.
So let's get into Firelord.
Harold in your chat yesterday. He was a pretty cool guy.
Was he? Who was he?
Yeah. That was the guy you were fighting with, but then you hugged it out at the end.
We didn't hug it out. I wasn't fighting with anybody. Firelord. Here we go. Firelord. This book actually at one point had a lot higher of a ceiling there. It's kind of started to come back down a little bit. 9/8's obviously not coming back. $1,443. But if you look at the price of the drop off to 9.2s, 9.0s, and 7.0s, this is where I'm kind of targeting. I am targeting the CGC book in a 9.2 and 9.0, the 210, 150, even raw copies to get it into that portion. Raws for low grade are $5 to $30. Now, if a CGC 9.8 is selling at a 7.0, which would be considered mid-high grade for $58, no way in fuck I'm paying for a 4.0 and below $30 for this book in raw. I don't care what you're saying. What's up? Why did you look at me?
You're not that big a fan of a baton twirler?
No, it's just not worth the price.
I was confused as to where you went. CGC is selling for
the 7.0 is selling for $58, while raws for grades that looked 4 or below are selling for $5 to $30.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So there's why would you buy this raw and low grade? It's just you can't do it. Maybe if you buy
you just want it in your collection and you don't want to pay more than $20.
Yeah. Next up, though,
if you just want to spend $20 and you want to get this book, fine.
Yeah, the perfect area to buy it is probably that $7 average, which is the 909 plus average. You can buy these books raw for about $70. And yeah, it's not bad because your low end gamble on that is $50 with the discount, whatever. You're probably going to always be in the positive, and 9.2 looking pretty good for you. So that's.
I also have a magic pill that'll help you lose weight without doing any work.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Nothing you can't have. That's not what I'm trying to get. The point is, it's not always going to happen.
Yeah, it's not always like that, especially when you switch books out.
Oh, the Fallen one.
All right, next up is the Fallen. I was allergic to that last comment. Fallen, another one. This is actually the first Herald, not like story wise or chronological.
It's the first Herald.
It is the first Herald.
And the purple crayon.
And by the way, it was very popular at one time.
Oh, it's a purple guy.
I think a couple of reasons. One, I remember when they were doing for some reason when they were doing the Ghost Rider book where it turned out to be the Punisher, people thought whatever, Cosmic Ghost Rider, whatever.
Because he talked like Deadpool, but they turned him into Frank Castle instead.
And then came up again. But the book started.
Then you had, at the end of that series, you had Silver Surfer with the black hand.
Yeah, the black hand. Yeah. Which, by the way, I always thought that looked more like the superhero squad-y Silver Surfer. But anyways, Raws, $9 to $15. Still pretty high. 9/8's $90, though.
MODOK was underappreciated in that superhero squad show.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Not too long ago, within the last little bit, these 9/8s were going for $285. So,
there was a time. You are correct, sir.
It's
There
not
was
that
a
long
time.
ago, though. It really isn't that long ago. It wasn't. I think they kind of picked up again when the rumors of a Herald coming out and it not being Norm Rad started picking up again, and then they found out it was a girl, and it kind of went down again. Anyways, but maybe not a bad idea to pick it up at 9 because you know what they say about this. You know what they say?
No, what do they say?
Special teams make special plays, special players. No, what they say is,
He's not the fallen one. There was somebody before him.
yeah, the fallen one's somebody before him. What they say is this: bad spec gets used by bad YouTubers to pump and dump over and over again. So
Bad books.
there you go, $90. It'll come back. All right. I mean, they used to. There's some pump and dumpers. That
Wait,
used
we
to say
talking about
there's no such
Firelord
thing as-
again? Oh no.
There is some people that used to say they used to say things like, "Oh, there's no such thing as bad spec." No, it was just there's no such thing as a bad
What?
pump and dump because it'll come around again. Yeah,
That don't make no sense.
I know. Well, that fucking makes sense in New York apparently.
That's like
And I like the guy too, by the way.
Bad bet.
Shout out to the guy. I'm
love-
not knocking the guy, but he used to say a lot of dumb things like an easel elevation. All right, Frankie Ray, also known as Nova at one point because she was Nova when she was the
Nova.
Herald. Also in the Herald. That's her right now, heralding.
Yes, she was also a Herald.
Look at her doing the Herald pose. Is that what she's doing? Yeah. Flame on. Okay, buddy. All right. Next up, Frankie Ray as Nova. Here we go. Fantastic Four. This is another book that's been through a roller coaster of times. We actually, if you watched really early TAC covered this book when the average was about $5 or $6 on this book. However, it had its days in the shine too. Raws are going, Raws 7.0 to 8.5, having a little bit of fun. A little bit of fun with that. Going on average for 27.85. So it's finally come back because at one point those 7.8s and 8.5s were going for almost $100. CGC 9.8, the last one to sell, so for $1,199. Ooh, baby. You could buy a
don't forget that. Because when they first start talking about, hey, wait, they're casting a girl for the Herald. I mean, obviously, what you do is you go towards the first female Herald. You don't
Frankie
go to,
Ray, but this also has got the
swap.
first Crusader in it too. So that's
Hey, let's go with Shala Ball. Why? Because they did that in a weird Earth X series. So let's go that way. What? That's not the
interesting
first
book
thought,
though.
no
Once
book.
again, no such thing as good spec that's bad spec that never comes around, right? So here we go. 8.0
Is this
going for
the first
$39.
appearance of the Crusader?
Yeah. Isn't it? This is right.
I don't. Well, it says he's on the cover and his
On the
name
cover
is
says his name, right?
Who the Crusader reminds me of? He reminds me of another Herald called
Exactly.
Airwalker. You remember him? Another guy.
All right. Well, my point being, it's got to be because if it's him on the cover, Dub, if it's him on the cover, what else is on here?
Yeah, his name is right between his
His
Name's
name
right
is
between
right
his
there,
legs.
yeah.
So there it goes. Must be the first appearance. All right, there you go. Next up. Now, this is actually when she turns. So this is Frankie Ray.
into Nova.
Yeah, this is Frankie Ray when she's on fire. This is her on fire. That flame on. That's her in this book. Okay. Now, the next one where she's orgasmic fucking Nova. She's in Fantastic Four, Volume 1, Number 2.
Orgasmic.
Look at this chick, dude. She got put out.
What are you talking about?
I
When
guess
she's
you
on
don't
fire?
know. I guess
She
you
looks
don't
like
know.
she's doing a dive. Like she's getting ready to fucking
No, talking about
do
the
a
picture
triple
before.
Indy.
Yeah, he doesn't know, Dub. He doesn't know. It's okay. All right. Fantasy 4, 244, CGC 9.8, going for $316. 9.6s, though. I mean, this is the drop off. This is the drop off of this book. $36, 8.4s, 75. I remember when this book was a $100 raw book. Raws now are averaging $20. It is not worth the gamble to pick this book up for any reason.
No, not for $20, but you used to be able to find this for $1.
It's
forever.
$1 book. Yeah.
This is $1.
It's out to be back up.
Forever.
But special players.
You were grabbing it
specialty-
for $1 because you can get 5 to 10. Like you say, hey, well, 5 to 10. Hey, that's what you can get for it.
Yeah, this is an upside down book, but we'll see what happens with it. Those are the prices. I still, if I get it upside down enough, I'll still look for it. If I see one, because sometimes these dealers bring out a bunch of books that they haven't gone through for a while, and nobody's mentioning this book anymore. So this is a book that you can see on the downside of new boxes where maybe you get it for $1 or $2. All right. Anyways, now this is the big book that I'm going to go hunt for. You've seen this book before. We have talked about this book for years. I am very cheap. I have had this book sling through my hands a bunch of times. I sold one of these because I thought I was going to get it back cheaper.
I have not, but I'm not a big DC guy, so I wouldn't be going
It did not. And before you start with the Neil Adams things, I understand. But sometimes the art, you don't judge the man's art by the man, right? Okay. Here we go.
Only sometimes you do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's certain things like, no Diddy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And no, a certain orange dude that goes to an island. None of that. So here we go.
I don't know about all that. I'm just gonna say that I do like Dead Man, but this isn't the greatest cover.
What I'm saying is, if you're just a jerk, I can still separate you being a jerk from.
I don't know, jerk aside, like personality aside. I'm just saying this cover is not the greatest cover in the world.
Oh, I like this cover. I think it's
yeah,
yeah, I really do.
I preferred Bugs Bunny jumping into the small pool.
I'll be honest with you, I like a lot of Neil Adams covers. I mean, I do. I've never been shy to say that. That doesn't. I mean, the guy still wasn't a very nice human being. All right, so here we go. How do we know that is his first? That Strange Adventures 205 is his first appearance, Dub?
Because his picture is on the cover.
Yeah,
and his name is on the cover.
Introducing Dead Man.
Very good.
But this is Neil Adams' cover,
wasn't it?
I didn't think this was a Neil Adams cover. It doesn't look like Neil Adams.
Pretty sure he created the character.
Okay,
no, I know it doesn't look like his traditional style, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Neil.
Pretty sure. Look it up, Dub.
Okay, I will look it up right now.
I would hate to be wrong. I'd actually even love it more if it wasn't, but like, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyways, Dead Man, here we go. Let's see what it is. It had a huge spike.
Well, he got weird with his art too in the later years.
It looked, once again, it was really high the last time we looked to go for this. I saw a couple of copies. They were way out of the range that I wanted to pay. This is starting to get back to a range where I feel comfortable with. 3.0 to 5 is going for 100 and 250. And by the way, some of those fives, covers look great.
Not.
Yeah, I'm looking at a slab copy, and it says Carmine Infantino.
Yeah, it's Carmine.
Russo's cover.
Well, why did he always say he created Dead Man?
I don't know. He's nowhere in this
probably
book.
Go on your list of things why you don't like him.
Another thing, I don't like him. So I like this cover even better now. I
using me on my.
Yeah, I'm like, it doesn't. It's not like the lines don't look.
I
right.
know, but remember, he even came out with that series because he said
he did come out with a series later, but yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did. When he came out with the series with the glow in the dark cover, said, "Yeah, that's my character." I would dig into
Carmine. That's right. It's
look at the inside. Who did the inside?
Same.
Carmine.
Really? All right. Yeah. Another reason why I hate Neil Adams.
Like I said, there's no Neil in this book.
Yeah, no Neil whatsoever. Get rid of him. Good. I'm glad. Excellente. CGC 5.5. Now I'm really going to overspend for this book. Once again, raws are going back to 100, 250, $3 to $5 or 3.0s to 5s. You know, in the raw condition. The 5's looking pretty good, even though going for like 250. There was some weird 3.5 went for like $210. It's all over the place in this book. It really is a presentability thing. That's what it is.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with making a mistake. We all make mistakes.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all.
And it's easy to go down. Yeah, you know, your brain.
Go look it up. That's what I said. Look it up.
It's like the Modelo effect. Is that what you called earlier?
Yeah, the Modelo effect.
Right.
Yeah, the guy from Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. We're dealing with a bone saw effect.
Anyways, no, the point being, what point being on this book is when you're looking at it, really the raws have a lot to do with presentability. It doesn't actually matter what the grade is. That kind of gives you in the low grade of this book what it has is the presentability of the book. CGC 5.5s going through $305 to $400.
You talking to me?
5.0 is 223. It's a kind of big drop off there when you look at it, not from the lows, but it was a really weird thing with the 5.5s because they really were between the 305. Like one would sell for 305, one would sell for 410, one would sell for 323, one would sell for 4. Once again, this book in itself is about presentability, even at those same grades when those mid and lower levels get there. So obviously, like that is what I'm looking for is cover presentability in this book. 5.0, 223, mid 4s, high 2s. I mean, like there was a couple that sold for mid 4s because the presentability was better, much like the presentability of the 5.5. But most of them sold in that. The last one sold for 223, and that kind of switched again. The 5.5 story and the 5.0 in this book are almost identical. Just how I explained the 4 to the 305. Same thing is happening here, but it's playing a little bit more towards the 4 and 2s. You'll get a mid 4 every once in a while, then you'll get a high 2, then you'll get like a low 2, right? Where like the low end for the 5.5 was 305. All right. 4.5 sitting around 258. That's about, it's once again playing this game between 258 and 300. 250 .0s are going to 255.
Oh, you're getting real choppy for a second.
Am I back?
Yep.
There we go. So 4.5 and 4.0s are doing the same dance that you saw 5.5 and 5.0s doing. Pretty much identical dancing going on there. And then 3.5 sitting at 230. This is where you kind of see it. Now it's 250 to 279 as a high. 3.0s is like 230 as a high, 200 as a low. So you're seeing those type of weird things. Interesting book. I know people keep saying, why don't you buy a copy of this? You can afford it. I get it. I was looking for prices to drop back down a little bit. They have, but the second part is a lot of presentability on this cover. So
I've seen this cover where Dead Man's face is yellow so many times. Yeah. And it's so, it looks so bad.
Here's the other thing that I've said. I've also seen this book. You know, the stamp that I said, don't worry about the stamp. Yeah, I understand. Don't worry about the stamp unless it's on the character. And I've seen so many times where the date stamp is right. It's like across it diagonally. It's on his face. And it's just like, I don't care. Or on the introducing to Dead Man portion of it.
Yeah.
And I don't mind if they put it underneath the title Adventures.
There's so much open space they can put it on. Like, why do they got to put it right on the character? I know you're
just
saying.
I don't like that. Yeah. So like this is a book about presentability of the book. Why?
Yeah.
Like, because the prices fluctuate, but also too, that's kind of what I haven't seen the copy that I want in any of these ranges yet. So I'm still looking for it either how. Anyway, we gave a big tutorial on that, but thanks for not paying attention. All right, there you go. That was a Hero Lactus. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for telling us that Neil Adams is a bum.
It's been over 2 hours. I had to go to the bathroom.
All right. I agree with you that Neil Adams is a bum.
I'm not going to pee in a towel like somebody.
Neil Adams.
And then not wash your hands.
And not wash your hands, Neil Adams. And then screw veterans.
How are you going to wash your hands if you're peeing into a towel?
He's got the towel there already. The pee's already there.
Well, you're not going to wash your hands and wipe it on the pee towel. You have a whole nother towel.
I don't have a problem with date stamps. I just have them put in the wrong place. Put in the wrong place.
On the character's face sucks. If having a stamp on a book, if it's on like the background or something, I don't mind that at all.
In the trade dress, like in the title.
Yeah, it depends. Again, that's what we were talking about with the Dead Man. Like when they put it on the face,
I don't
like. It takes.
Well, they generally go for like the white. That's when the part of a Dead Man, his face is a stark white, so that's why they're stamping his face, because it's the only place they can get the stamp.
All right. Well, the last part tonight that we've got is we have got one more time. We're going to do 2, but since we've been promoting the pizza what to watch list, we've decided to add a couple of those books to this thing.
No, you decided. I didn't decide. I was trying to figure out how we're going to do this, but
I'll tell you.
Try. We'll give it a try. Own it.
Let's bring up the wheel. We know you guys have voted on stuff. Let's bring up the wheel, see what you voted on, see what we voted on, see what everybody votes on.
Spin the wheel.
All right, let me run the thing. Why didn't it go? Oh, that's a. Here we go. We need this.
Get rid of that. Sorry, get rid of that. Okay.
We need the wheel to figure out who's going first. Who gets first pick in this round of books? We have 2 rounds coming our way. We're doing the snake draft. So if you pick last, you will get the first pick in round 2.
Hold on. If you piss on a disabled veteran, I'll piss on your grave. Just know that. Because I'm like that. So the beef ain't over. It ain't over. All
right. Speaking of which, pissing on nothing except spinning this wheel. Tell me when you want me to run this wheel.
Run the wheel. Run the wheel. Run the wheel.
Here we go. Let's see who gets first pick. First pick is going to Dub.
I don't even know what the books are today.
Well, you'll see. We'll give you the options in a minute.
Look at
You're picking first, which leaves Marco and the viewers to pick next.
Okay.
Let's see who goes second. viewers.
Well, actually, I want third now.
You're getting
Because I'll come
third.
back on the other one. Okay, cool. That's fine.
You got the turnaround. Viewers are stuck in the middle.
I'll take the wrap.
Alrighty.
I'll take the wrapper.
So with that, I gotta present this screen. There it goes. All right. So with that, Dub, you get first pick. We can go over the. Well, we don't need to go over the rules again, do we?
No, I think
We
we're good.
got all the rules. Blah 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 blah. We'll get to the point of when are we ending this? Another week?
Yeah, well, like 1 or 2 more weeks. Yeah, 1 more week because
And then one more week, and then it will be the end.
Yep. It sounds good.
All right, so we'll do 1 more week next week.
Okay.
But for round
We got some
1,
interesting books this week. Round 1.
Dub,
Give us
with your
round 1.
first pick, you get to choose from. We're looking ahead to Deadpool and Wolverine next week. You could choose from Frank Miller's miniseries Wolverine #1, Deadpool 88, Wolverine 88, first meeting of Deadpool and Wolverine, and First Lady Deadpool in Deadpool Merc with a Mouth #7.
I never understand.
You just saw the thing, but yeah.
Saw what thing?
I know,
Just
but how long am I keeping these books?
Well, it's
we
got next week and then the
week.
week after that's done. So 2 weeks.
I'm selling this book like within a week.
Also, we're not. I didn't give
Yeah,
grades on any of these, so we're just going to go off the basic near mint, not near mint plus, near mint.
And as much as I want to
timer, they're called timer.
I will take the Wolverine one.
Wolverine 1. All right, then I can leave that there. Do we want to just go through the books, or do we want to go through everybody's picks so we know where we're going first?
Everybody's picks.
All right, so going over the picks, we will go to the viewer poll.
You should have gone with Chick.
The viewers picked Wolverine 1 as their first pick, but since Dub took that off of your hands, we are going second.
I will take it
to Wolverine 88, leaving Marco with
first.
Mark with the Mouth
Regular.
#7. So
Yes.
that means
By the time you sell it, it's going to be
All right.
after the movie. It'll be
I have
too late.
everything in order. I have everything in order.
See it. It'll be okay.
Do we want what? How do we want to do this? We go to round 2, or do you want to just spin wheels? How do you want
Spin
to do
wheels. Spin.
it? All right. Well, first thing
Wheel.
first, let's look. This is Dub's book. First solo Wolverine title. First cameo of Yukio.
Yukio.
The viewers picked the first direct meeting of Wolverine and Deadpool in first battle. We can go over a lot of other true first. Well, they were standing in the same panel in the same room on the first animated X-Men cover, etc. But this is generally a book people have been looking for, that first crossover between these two characters.
You gotta vote, guys. They voted, and you lost.
voted already.
Yeah, you guys voted on the poll. I run a poll, drop it Sunday or Monday. You guys got a couple of days to do a vote.
I'll take this book.
First Lady Deadpool, she's right there in the cover, on the cover A. Marco's got it.
You just can't complain when you win. I win. I mean, it's just, I don't know what to tell you.
We will just go up here before I get to the wheel. Let's look at Dub's Raw. The last Raw, near mint. Again, I just said near mint. Actually sold for $200, which is above and beyond the other 2 books right now. So he did choose the most expensive Raw book at the time. Does it mean he's going to get a 9.8 or a 9.6? Not necessarily. For that, we run the wheel.
I get to press it.
We're going to go and press it first. What are you going to consider this? Still a modern? Well, this is 1982. What do we consider this?
82 is copper.
You can do modern. I just have modern, older, or poor. Older or modern? I wouldn't say it's modern.
It's more modern. Than older. I think 70s would take us to older, and 80s would put us to modern.
Okay, all right, then we'll go with the modern wheel.
We'll modern.
All right, so here we go. What are we dealing with? A 40% chance at a no change, 40% chance at a 1 grade bump.
Hey, if you don't show up to vote, we can't. I mean, I don't tell you.
I'm not going to give any more than that. So
If it's close, we'll let you guys do the tiebreaker. But
Tell me when you want to go, Dub.
Do it now.
All right, here we go.
+2.
Stop the shuffle. We're running the wheel.
+2.
Dub is. Oh, he might get it. He might get it. He's getting one.
At least I got one.
He's going to get
no
one.
skull.
It was
Joe.
no skull. He did not destroy the book, but he does get 1 grade bump. He's getting a 1 grade bump on a near mint book.
Here we go.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Yeah, this
Tell me
could
when
have
to
a Frank
stop.
Miller autograph. Now.
All right, we'll go full screen. Running it.
Do-do-do-do.
Where are we ending? Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, he's
what? Stop.
9-2, 9-2, 9-2, 9-2, 9-2.
Oh, he got killed in the end.
Victory's
It
won.
was right there. It was right
Hated it.
there.
So close.
2 9-8s. 2 9-8s.
Dub, he
Oh,
threw you.
and they 9-2'd him.
10.5.
Here, just give me a second to get this set up.
They might have well done it.
I'd rather
Oh,
have gotten the
he
skull.
got 9-2'd, which what do we got here on this?
Oh,
$5.
No, a 9-2 will still get you 217 on the 30-day average.
Yeah, 217. All right.
I didn't lose any
217.
money except for the.
You didn't
grading
lose
fee.
any money on the grading.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Dusty S92.
wait.
Oh, I guess
Mistake.
+1.
He +1.
Oh yes.
We
right.
forgot. He +1. It is not a 9-2. Ladies and gentlemen, we forgot the press bump. It is a 9-4 that he gets, which earns him
At least it's a near mint now.
$8 more. It's $225.
Yes. Covered the grading fee. Wow.
It's $225 and a 9-4.
He did have a great vote.
But still, not bad. $224. Now we will go to the viewer's pick. Wolverine
what's this?
88.
Okay.
This is definitely a modern book. All right, let me bring up the wheel for them. We got to get rid of this. Get rid of this. Let's go with open the modern press wheel. Where is it? Press bump modern. Let's go with Dub for the first one. So you tell me when to stop.
Stop now.
All right. And we're going to run it.
Red skull.
Marco, you're going to get us to
Red
stop
skull,
when we do the
red
grade.
skull.
Ooh, they're getting a bump. They're getting a bump.
No
Ooh.
bullshit.
Ooh, they're getting
Bullshit.
ooh.
Dang.
Bullshit.
Oh, they're getting a nice bump. Their presser did well for them.
Yeah, I
today.
hope they do. This is gonna be a troll because he's gonna rip the book in
The
half.
presser did well for them today. Near mint. All right, Marco, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
There we are. Full screen.
I feel it. I feel it coming. It's gonna be
Two,
rip.
but they're still getting two. Two jumps.
It doesn't matter
Two
if
jumps.
it's torn. If the book's torn up.
Uh-oh. Skull coming. Skull coming. Skull coming.
Oh my gosh, they got so
close
lucky.
to the skull.
So it's gonna get a 9-8.
Skull.
9-8.
It's from that 9-8, 9-4. You get 9-6, 9-8 on that two press. They're jumping up here. Give me 1 second to give you that grade.
So close, son. A skull too.
It was close to a skull.
I think he stopped it early.
I didn't do anything. You saw it. I ran the wheel.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
fun
it. It looked
as
like it
is.
was a skull.
You guys got the 9-8, which gives you a whopping $419 average on that
It hasn't
9-8.
right now, but we'll see what happens in a week.
Oof. This was a 9-8 or bust because you look at that 9-6, 182. 9-4
Wow.
would have been 109. 9-2. Well, I'm
Good
sorry,
thing they got
9-4
that double
109.
bump. Yes,
Yeah, the
you better
double
sell
bump
this now,
saves
Jen.
you.
Better sell it this week.
Can't sell it. But the sales
Can't
account
sell
for
it. Let's see
average.
where it is in 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks before we get results. We got one more week of the game. 2 weeks, we will get the results.
All right, let's go.
So let's take a look at what Marco's going to do with his $86
take it.
near mint purchase.
I'll take
Oh,
it.
we didn't look at that. We didn't well at least announce what you guys paid for your book. We could have went back
Sell
for
it
it.
at the theaters. All right.
All right.
All
So you need a press bump as well. So let's see
Modern,
what
of
you
course.
get. Yes, obviously a modern book. Open the modern press bump, which is mostly no change. Well, even no change in 1 grade bump at 40% a piece, and a couple other things mixed in. Tell me when to stop.
Stop. Wait, isn't that what everybody else got too?
Yep.
This is what everybody else got. Everybody got the same thing.
Same one.
Yeah, well, we went all modern this week with this.
Red Skull.
Oh, he's getting a bump. He's getting a bump, folks.
He's getting a +2.
He's
Plus
getting
two.
2.
Give me the deuce. All right.
Dang.
Ooh, not bad. Not bad on an all or nothing book like
Special
this.
players.
This is going to be another all or nothing, I think. What are we dealing with? Near mint.
Special players.
Shuffle. Tell me when to stop.
Stop. Hey, I said stop back there.
I was clicking on my end. The screen just wasn't changing. Wasn't keeping up. We're spinning, though. And you get 2. A bump of 2 on this book.
Oh, my God. You're going to give me a square?
Oh, he's going to get the 9-4. So that gets him to that 9-8. Oh,
9-8 it is.
9-2. He almost got the 9-2, which would have only bumped him up to a 9-6, but he did manage to get that all-important 9.8, which gives him $422 on the 30-day average, which matches, if not slightly exceeds.
Oh, don't worry. Just wait. Just wait till suckers buy a bunch of these books next week, starting tomorrow morning.
Well, they all love their Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. I don't know who that
so-
dude is, but whatever
with the
he
first
is.
pick and unfortunate results on the wheel is trailing at this point for this week only. I will have to accumulate all the stuff as we will get into the final week, but for now we can get into round 2, and Marco gets to pick first from a selection of brand new releases and brand new 1 in 25
players.
Incentives. Not a great selection of books for this week.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, you are also supposed to tell me how you wanted to run a wheel on this.
Oh, what was the wheel on this? Oh, yeah, the wheel's going to
You
be...
didn't come up with it because you never told me.
No,
You had
I
an
thought I
idea.
did. Okay, the wheel was going to be, you got the 1 in 25 for market price, ratio price, or you got it for 20% discounted price.
And that's what you paid for it?
That's what you paid for it. And then whatever
Market
the
price,
difference is selling.
ratio price,
Yeah.
or 20% off retail?
Yeah. Yeah, you get it for your LCS discount price, which is 20% off.
20% off of what?
What'd you say again? Market?
Well, right off the ratio price.
Oh,
Ratio.
market price, ratio price, like at ratio, or
Yeah, we can do this
20%
right
off.
here. I'll get this
ratio.
ready. Market price
Yeah.
ratio or
20% off.
off ratio.
20% off.
Yeah, what's 20% off of 125 is
20% off of ratio or market?
ratio.
Because you
Ratio.
pre-ordered it.
Yeah, because you pre-ordered it.
It means you pre-ordered
Okay.
it, you bought it the day of, or you buy it after
All
anyway.
right,
Yeah.
here we go. I got this wheel ready.
Yeah.
For now, we'll just call it ratio wheel.
Can you,
Say,
any chance you
boom.
could double the choices there, Pete? Can you like put the same choices on multiple times?
I could. You want? How many times you want it?
I don't know.
Do it
4
like
or
5 times.
Yeah, like a bunch.
I like it.
Yeah, that's better. It's a little more complicated.
That look better?
Yeah, there we go. All right,
Yeah.
that looks good.
Okay, we can do that. And that's not a problem.
Shake
We
it
just
up.
save it so we have it going forward. Colors aren't where I want it. We'll fix that for next week. 'cause
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot
I
to
like the
do this.
colors. I actually like this because
before
it's
we
a cloud
started the
show
show.
of a thing.
Anyway, before we get to that, Marco's got to pick his book.
All right.
Dang it, dude. I'm going with Destro. I don't know why I'm going with Destro. It's
Going
my
with
whole
Destro as your first pick.
my whole thing is telling me not to do that, but I'm going to do it.
You're going with Destro as your first pick, which
That's
means
the 1 in 25 for Destro, huh?
audience in the snake
Yeah, it's
draft.
only half a
gets to go
book.
second. Audience was close on 2 books, but they ultimately wanted Annihilation as their top book, and they get their top book.
Thank God.
They get their top book, despite the fact that Marco got to pick first, leaving Ultimate X-Men for Dub.
Yep, I'll take the Inhabitable cover.
Yep, okay.
Who's that character?
Marco gets...
That's the friend of what's her name?
This book, just to give you a sense, here's the prices. These are the last sale prices. I actually clipped these prices at about 6 p.m. this evening after I was home from work.
So what's the average market price here? 14, 14.
I don't know what we got. 15, 15, 24, 12, and 15.
I'll do it real quick. Where's this calculator?
You got a calculator?
Yeah, hold on. I got one. Yeah, somewhere right here.
All right, then just enter what I tell you.
Yep, go ahead.
45 plus 24 plus 12, and then divided by 5.
12? You said divide by 12?
Divided by 5.
Oh, sorry, divide by 5. Thank you. 1620.
1620 will be your average market price on this book.
Okay.
But we got to spin the wheel to see what you pay, right?
That is true.
We will get to the wheel first. All right. Well, we're
I hope I get it. I hope I get it for at least market ratio, 20% off ratio, because it looks like I'm in trouble.
I put it in 6 times. The same 3 options are in 6 times a piece, but I'm still gonna shuffle them up so they mix them up.
I could get
Marco. Tell me when to stop.
All right. Stop.
All right. We will go.
So we want him to get ratio, right?
Yeah. Right now you're cheering for me.
Yeah, ratio would be the most expensive.
You bought it day of at full price. Yeah. So $25.
Oh, we get market.
Thank you. 1620. 1620. Mark it down somehow. Here, I'm gonna do this.
I don't know how I'm gonna mark that down.
1620, right there. 1620. 1620. There you go.
Oh, give me a second. 16. All right. The price is gonna be very, very tiny.
Yeah.
There it goes. You can see it.
1620.
You know
all right.
I can make that bigger. There you go.
Got it.
So this way I can save it and I'll know what you guys all
We
do.
probably should just start doing these on Wednesday and see what they wait. Today is Wednesday. All right.
Today is Wednesday. Yeah,
all right,
this is the day.
Well, what could suck though, if this book goes down to $5, my percentage will be negative. Like it actually does suck.
Go down to $5. It won't go down to $5. These 125s, they at least hold around that price. But the viewers pick, and their top pick that they still got going in round 2 is for that Red Hulk, which has done well. Well, you know what? We're probably going to need to clip this one. This one doesn't look right. Cover select. Okay, so that's it. You got a calculator to give them their average?
I do, but I think we're gonna get rid of that comic select. That one doesn't make sense.
No, $40. That's that. If they select the one at 25, it's $40.
Oh,
it's not. I thought it was for all 3, but it's not for all 3. It's pick your cover. Yeah. I mean, look, 23.
5? Okay.
Yeah, there are 5 picks, so you got to do.
So their average is 24. So what they want is 20% off of. They want 20% off a ratio.
Yeah, they want to get 20. Everybody wants 20% off. You don't want ratio. But what's their average?
It's close to. Right now, it's $24.32. So,
well, you'll have to just tell me at the end if they get that. If they get that. All right. So, Dub,
chat, you better be cheered right now. You want 20% off ratio. 20%
Dub,
off.
you tell me when to stop for their shuffle.
Let's stop for them now.
All right. We're starting here. Here we go. The viewers are getting market
price.
Okay, well, that's not the market price. Oh, it's not bad. They save a little bit.
What was it?
$24. $24.32.
32 cents. All right, I'm gonna put it in there.
$24.32.
$24.32. That's not bad because out of all 3, this seems to be the only one that's trending up, actually, because some of the asking prices were higher this week for this book. Which leaves Dub which leaves Dub with the X-Men book, which
You cannot, Joe.
this will be interesting. The most recent sale is the cheapest.
Hold
But Marco wants to bust out the calculator. Can you read all these, or are these too small?
I got it. No, I'm good.
All right.
69. Is it 69 or 59?
59.
Okay. I want to get it correctly accurate.
Yep.
Okay.
$20 and $24.99.
Yep, got it. That's 5 books, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep,
It is
5 books.
Okay, market on this is $20.91.
Oh, not bad.
So
Not bad.
yeah, you want to get that too. Ratio. Well,
you still want to go
off
under.
it
You
the
still
same
want to
way.
get that discount.
yeah, you want to get the discount.
You want to get
But
that.
come with
The pre-order,
pennies.
it'll be $20 then, right?
Yep. All right. Tell me when you want to stop.
Maybe a
Dub.
little cheaper, 50 cents cheaper.
Yeah, 50 cents.
Don't tell them when to stop.
Tell me when you want to stop.
Sorry,
Shuffle.
sorry. Stop.
He
Okay.
froze.
Let's see.
Oh,
what
you
we
get 20%
got.
off ratio. No,
Yeah.
no. Oh wait,
I
no,
got
spin.
spit.
Spin the wheel.
I'll give him ratio.
Uh-oh.
Ah, dang it.
Get
That would have been
ratio.
nice.
I'll take it.
All right, so
Go for
$20.91. For those people that don't know, we round down after the 10th decimal point. The 100th
That's
decimal
fine
point
by me.
goes up or down depending if you're
$20.91.
above or below 5. And 5 is a
So-
push, that means below.
It looks like, as of right now, Dub's hurting this week.
Bad.
Just because of that first book. The first book. The Wolverine,
Yep.
the wheel killed you on the Wolverine book.
Yep.
Chat's
the
doing
press.
all right. Chat's making me
Chat's
scared.
doing good.
Chat's running. Because this
Chat's
actually
got a
might.
chance. This could be
Look.
a book that we might even be talking about on Friday.
And this is how it goes. It's percentage. So we could be in the negative, both me and Dub here, which could give a double win if you guys are in the positive for chat.
That's for these. So they, I mean,
See,
you got.
I wanted to go with Hulk. I decided not to go with Hulk, and I should have gone with Hulk.
But you might. I mean, Destro's not bad considering you had such a low pre-sale. We'll see where it goes. Also, I forget which one this is. I don't know if this is Tomax or Zaymot. I forget which one has the scar.
Yeah,
This is
I don't think it
non-scarred face.
Oh, which one has the scar? I don't know.
Hey, look, we've been promising you we're going to try to get you out of here a little bit quicker than we normally have.
Yeah, so we're just at midnight now.
Yeah.
And we're done, basically.
Yeah, we're going to get you out of here a little bit earlier. So there we go. There it is. There it goes. Make sure you're taking out Toy Informer. If you are going to Dayton this weekend for Gem City, I will be there Friday, which I don't
Say
even
hello
know
to
the show is
Marco.
Friday. Huh? And I'll be
Go
there
say hello to
Saturday
Marco.
for half a day. Yeah. Come out and have a drink between Friday and Saturday if you're out there. If
Yeah,
not,
don't be afraid of him. He's very aggressive on live.
do not come up and say hi to me.
Go say hello to him.
Don't say hi to me. But yeah, no, if you're out there, just know that I'll be drunk. If you see me at any point, just know I'll be drunk. I just
Isn't that like a general rule?
no. Let's okay.
It
Let's
depends on the time of the day.
yeah.
Yeah, unless he has to go to the soccer practice too. Like that's also a thing.
If I have to drive, because I don't drink and drive ever, so if my kids, because I will always, if there's nobody to drive my kids any place, I will not drink because I will have to do that. If I am gambling, and I'm actually gambling, I'm not playing this like $20, $10, $100 bullshit. If I'm actually gambling, like when I used to be sponsored to play the World Series of Poker, I would not drink for the whole time when I play because I don't drink and gamble. That's including sportsbook laying down bets. I mean, like I'll play the ponies or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
those
that's why I
little
avoid gambling and I
Yeah.
avoid having to drive anywhere.
If it's serious, like I don't drink during shows when I'm working booths. I know some people do. I don't do that. I'm not a
yeah, that's
drinker.
not fun. That wouldn't.
But
be
that's
fun.
typically because I have to drive afterwards.
I just get
and then-
tired. I would assume by the time the show was done, I'd be sleepy because.
But I mean, I have to spend more than 24 hours in Ohio, so that's instant drink.
Well, yeah, I would be an after the show drink guy. Maybe one during the show.
Yeah. Or if let's say I went to
Hey,
like
somebody brought out a
let's
flask,
just say-
I wouldn't say no to a flask. If
let's
it-
say
hey,
that
it's
like
cold.
let's say that
Alright,
I'm going to
yeah.
a con that like For example, when Baltimore used to have on-site grading there, let's just say, for those
I
situations,
remember those days.
Yeah. For those situations, I would not drink before dropping off the books. I won't drink when I'm on the floor. And when I'm flipping, going out and buying books and then turning them over, I won't, because the money was just too big. But, and I know a lot of guys would go over for lunch.
Just in case, you may not want to drink this year.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I probably won't be drinking till like, after the show closes. Because I don't, but then, oh fuck. I mean, we taught our friend, if you show that picture again, if you could, Tony Fleece, Dub. The one
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you show like our friend, one of the reasons why he is laughing is because there is a notorious story in Baltimore. Now, this wasn't when they had on-site grading, but he tries to make breakfast appointments because we usually.
I was going to say this year I might try to wake up for breakfast this time. I might so I can go hang out at breakfast.
Yeah, he might. So he tries to make it extremely early to see. Each year he tries to make it earlier and earlier to see if I'll make it. And last year he did it right after like our.
I don't know how I have no idea how the hell you made that breakfast.
Wasn't it like 7 a.m. too?
Yeah.
I think I was on 2 hours of sleep. I think I.
Did you not sleep?
No,
I slept
out of our bar. It was like 3. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, fucking.
How the hell did you get there?
Yeah, got up. I went to sleep for a couple hours. I was like, oh shit. I called out. I was like, yo, they're like, you want an alarm? Like it's 2 hours. I said, yeah. No shit. Because I gotta.
I didn't even roll into the con until like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Because I was like, I'm not rushing.
Passed out for a couple hours. Rolled up. Walked 6 blocks. And I beat them to the place before I was there before the restaurant opened.
Dang.
So yeah,
I do
kudos.
like
Kudos to you. I don't know how you managed that, but
yeah, fuck. I mean, it just is what it is. So got there, did our thing, sat down. It was wonderful grits. I always get grits from that place, so had some grits, and then went into the con was starting. So
what
I had
was
to go.
BK thinking in that picture? I wonder.
He was in awe of greatness, obviously.
I
want to say the words "ooh la la."
Yeah, he was like,
you guys weren't making fun of BK at that time, were you?
No, we were. No, what we were making fun of was the previous night. As you can see by the sweat that's around my neck, I was sweating booze once again. The previous night, I had been heavily drinking. And it amazes some of these people how that I can be on a con floor for all the hours after.
I don't know how you do it.
I'm going to start slowing it down, to be honest with you. I say that, but there's a proper time. Now. There's a proper time to drink and there's a proper time not to drink. And if you can't show up after you've been drinking, then you probably shouldn't drink anymore. Yeah. I mean, that's just, if you can't not drink at times, and if you can't and if you start missing stuff that you're supposed to be at, now
wait, there is an interesting distinction. I make sure that there is nothing that I have to be at.
Yeah, agreed. Like, then you can sleep whatever
if I can make it, but
and sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes I just sneak out and grab a little quick close eye, but that's usually when I'm on a 4-day bender. I mean, like
this year, I gotta be there when the con opens because we're gonna have a table, so I gotta be there when it opens.
Well, I'll still be that guy. I'll still finish off a couple of fists every night. I mean, that's just
do my best.
That's yeah. I mean, the chest hair absorbs it too. It stores some of it, so you just go there, soak it up, throw it back in. Good stuff.
There's some hard times.
Hard times. All right, guys. Well, that's it. So look forward for any information coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, keep an eye out for some news.
Yeah. Watch for the news.
Today.
Watch for the news today.
Yeah, watch for the news today.
Now
we
were actually told we couldn't say it before today. Couldn't say anything before Thursday. Technically, it was what the word was.
It's technically Thursday. I don't know if you want to do that.
And Thursday. So we'll have a good night, guys. You guys have a good one. We'll see you in another day.
All right. We'll see you all later.
Peace.
That's the intro. I need to run the outro.